Hi, everyone. Welcome to Flames of
What the
Freedom on
fuck?
InfiniteRP.
Exactly, Wally. Exactly.
Season finale. And so the gang is all here, including the return of our good friend Nymeria, Anna playing the best named character in the history of anything, Contentment Hussy, and all of her gifts that she brings with her.
Many gifts.
Many gifts.
Many gifts.
So many gifts.
That's really great. But we're so glad that y'all are here. Let's see. Where were we? What did we do at the beginning of a show? I don't remember. Let's look. Oh yeah. So I'm Doc Rimpo. I'm your historian. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns. We are playing Flames of Freedom, and in case this is your first episode, go to our YouTube channel and go all the way back to the beginning so you can see what brought them here. But if you want like kind of a quick and dirty explanation, it's the American Revolution, and also some people are monsters.
That sounds
Flames
right.
of Freedom.
That's means, yep.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
This summer.
Flames of Freedom. It can get spooky. If it gets too spooky for you, that's okay. All of our players use safety tools to communicate with each other's behind the screens, behind the scenes. And so don't feel bad if you have to look away when things get nasty, which they might, who knows. But there's one thing that I like to know that gets, I can't even talk. Colin, hi. Colin, how are you?
What's up? How you doing?
Fine.
Fine. Just fine.
Fine. I'm fine. I'm
You're
excited.
live. You're live right now on InfiniteRP for the finale of Boston.
You're right.
Besieged.
No, you're right. You're
and
right.
you're just fucking fine,
You're
Justin?
right. I'm really fine.
Okay. Now you're all right. Well,
Yeah, you is. Fine.
yeah,
What?
you fucking is. I'm Colin. I play Phineas, and I am pretty fine as well.
Yeah.
And I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen in this episode at all. What else did we say in this intro part? I don't remember.
All sorts of things. Tell us about your character. Who is he?
Okay.
What kind of professions do we have?
Oh yeah.
And
So-
then at the end, roll me a d6. Tell me what happened last time. Whatever you want to do. It's the finale. Who cares?
Right. So Phineas is a New England fuckboy from Vermont.
Yep.
And
Green Mountain Himbo.
Green Mountain Himbo and war hero. He is a militia. He is a militia and a firebrand profession.
The Green Mountain Boys doing good. So
And
what was the
Wally
other-
is
doing
rapping.
good.
Wally?
I'm singing a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air version of
okay.
Phineas's storyline.
Sweet. Okay. Very good.
Good.
That's
I'm glad we have
terrific.
that.
And give me something that happened last time. You were in a big fight on an island.
Yeah, we were on a big fight in an island, and I had some really dope rolls in there.
You did.
Shot some people
Sure did.
and stabbed a guy with a sword.
You Mel Gibson to rifle.
I'm Mel Gibson to rifle. Thank you, Wally, for that. That was Wally's doing. Created a rifle out of thin air.
Mhm.
And yeah, we pretty much walked away largely unscathed from that, except for that one brief period where Nessa was completely blind.
Yep. It was not great, but fortunately, she got some help from your sorcerer friend, Katie Gould.
Yep.
And now feels much better. Also, you did suffer a sick burn from Bear, the smuggler.
He did give me an apple. He sure did.
How do you like this apple?
He got the quote wrong, but yeah.
Quote wrong, but was really cool doing it.
But he looked good doing it. He did. Phineas
All right,
felt the
thank
burn.
you. Colin, roll me a d6 real quick and tell me if you get a 6 or not.
Yes. A D6. I got a 5, so no.
Sweet. 1 coin into the player pool. Let us go next to you, to our friend Kay Madison. Hi, Kate. That is not next to you on the other screen, but from my screen you are. Hi, Kate. How are you?
Huh, I'm good. I'm good. How is how are you, chat?
Yeah, I'm great. Oh no, not me.
I-
Okay.
Yeah. How are you, Doc? You good? You
Fine.
doing well? You
Fuck
talk
no,
about
no,
it?
he's
DM
really
me.
fine.
Really fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Fine as
Which
fudge.
fine are we talking? Just both types.
You tell me.
Cool.
Both.
Well, both. So I'm clearly slightly delirious at 1:30 in the morning.
Me too.
Although I'm getting up now when it starts to get dark like I'm seriously like I'm so far gone that I'm gonna miss a whole day soon and just.
Kate, you're a
you've gone-
vampire.
You've gone all the way
I
around.
am truly a
I
vampire.
feel your pain right now. I really do.
Yeah, I stopped RPing at about 7 or 8 in the morning. Finally got addicted to someone like the person I raided, watching their story and going, I should jump back on. There's so much going on. And then finally, I think slept at about 10 a.m. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have a normal job or a
Really
normal
fine.
life, clearly. So, but anyway, yes. So everything's fine.
Great. Tell us about Nessa.
Is it?
Oh
really
yeah, tell us about Nessa. Sorry, I'm pulling myself back. Nessa is okay. I mean, she is not blind right now, so she's doing good. She's being hit on by a very much younger man. So, and in fact, she's being hit on by two younger men.
I wasn't sure which one you were referring to when you. I'm gonna assume it was Phineas. But
I
maybe
mean,
it was Bear.
you
I don't
are
know.
very much a younger man. I don't know how old Bear is, but I'm assuming he's slightly older. But even so, she's hoping that the new folk healing stuff that she has been learning will help them not die in the battle to come that is like imminent. So yeah, currently everything's okay, but yeah, they definitely have a lot of work to do to rescue and to end this
Thing.
mummy person. I mean, in a way.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good
Your
way to
mama.
describe him. Your mummy. Your mummy.
Your mummy.
Your mummy.
Can we change the title of the episode?
Your mummy.
Your mother.
Yeah,
Your
mother.
mother. Your mummy.
Kate, would you please roll me a d6 to see if
Happily.
where your coin goes?
Your mother, your mummy. That's a great
Your mama.
Yeah.
That's it.
D6. Oh, I'm not looking in the right place. Oh, I rolled a 6. Isn't that bad? That's
Thank
bad.
you.
I
No,
give
it's
you
wonderful.
That's
That means I get a
good.
coin.
Oh.
That
Yeah,
is
that's fair.
great. Let's go back to who is next in my perspective, and that's Sid. Sid, how are you?
Yes.
Tell us about
I'm okay.
Saoirse.
My video is really shitty tonight, so I'm just gonna try not to move at all. And then maybe it will vaguely look like it's lined up, right?
Yep.
Sure.
Right, just like a ventriloquist.
Can you
Barely
just, like,
move your mouth.
Yeah.
Do the lip
Exactly.
flaps will like
Yeah.
the dubbed over.
Put your
Sid
hand
dub.
over your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah,
Put your hand
exactly.
over your mouth.
Here.
That's perfect. Yeah.
And
You
you'll
got a
never
mask?
know.
Just wear a mask.
Yeah, I should just wear my mask, and then you'll never know. I won't make any
It
sort of
looks
facial
totally normal
expressions.
now. This looks totally
And-
normal.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just gonna keep it like this for the rest of the night. I will RP with my hand over my face.
I mean, Colin's
Um,
camera is going crazy as well, but
Yeah, mine's doing
only
weird
on the
shit, too.
stream for some
Yeah.
reason. It looks fine on our thing, but
Yep.
Yeah.
the stream
I
looks
noticed that.
terrible.
What's Saoirse got going on? What has she been up to? And tell
Let's
us.
see. Saoirse had a rough fight. Saoirse got thrown around a lot. Saoirse almost got done in with a tomahawk a couple times. But yeah, managed. Kicked a guy in the nuts. That was fun.
Fuck yeah.
Hit a guy with a gigantic bag of books. Also great. Well, yeah, and then she got yelled at a little bit by Zeke until he said she's in love with her. All of you do all the movement. I'm doing that in my heart. But really still. Yeah, and then then she went for it and got a smooch, and it was great.
Sure did.
Mucho smooches. But now that all that's happening, she's even more afraid of this, mummy lord British general situation.
Yeah, mummy. Yeah.
Yeah, mummy.
Yeah, mummy.
It's disturbing. And how about a d6 from you, Sid?
Of course.
You're still committing to the hand, and I love it.
I love.
I
committing
rolled
to
a
the bit.
5.
Okay, great. It's 2 and 2 so far. Let's
Should we
go
all
down.
do this in solidarity for you?
Yes.
I mean, really,
No,
we
it's okay.
could.
I am going to act through
Wait.
the hand.
I have skulls on my
Are we doing the
thing. I
hear
could
to
just
evil, see no evil thing?
make the little skull cover my mouth. That's fine.
Speaking of little skulls that cover your mouth, Wally.
Oh yeah, there's another person.
The best segue.
Okay.
The best segue.
Hi,
Okay.
buddy.
I'm the king of the segue. How are you?
I
Tell
feel
us about
like
Zeke.
I feel like you're making like a really obscure like WWE joke with me, so you know I'll stick with that.
I wasn't, but sure.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Wall, your non-binary slime best friend in the internet, who's also an official historian of the Historical Society into research of colonial lady fever. What am I playing? Who am I playing this week? I am
You're
playing
sleeping
Ezekiel.
with contentment? What? Zeke just declared his love for Saoirse, and he's sleeping with contentment. What is happening?
Pretty sure that's what they said. Yeah.
Yep.
Gosh. I just said I, Wally, am the foremost leading historian of colonial lady fever.
That's what you said, but we know what you meant.
Oh, so Wally is sleeping with contentment.
Yeah, he is.
Imaginary. Okay, got
Ah.
it. Okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
your
Time
reality's
travel,
being
yo.
blurred,
It's a
okay,
weird
yeah.
thing.
It is
But yes, I am
wild.
playing Ezekiel Brathwaite. I am the former highwayman, but now freebooter smuggler across this old East Coast for the revolutionaries. What happened last time? There was a lot of shootings. A really whole lot of shootings. Some shootings, some rootin' tootins, some smoochings. And now we are facing down a mummy person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Can I share one of my favorite Zeke moments from last week is when you were on the way to Cambridge and you were stopped by the two loyalist soldiers and you totally duped them by using a Wisconsin accent for some reason
Yeah.
to get them to look at the wheels, and then you did a coconut.
Yeah.
You coconutted them.
I wasn't sure where that was going, but you know, it's like, yeah, he's gonna coconut them in the bunk.
Classic.
And then you found yourselves in Cambridge. You're going to Cambridge to say job well done and report back to your patron, Grace De Beers. But as you come to the bridge crossing into the city, there we see your mummy, Harold Winchester, a Freemason and loyalist who has had some sort of hideous, horrible thing happen to him, and an assistant next to him, another Freemason, a very tall and muscular woman, holding in a tight grip our good friend Contentment Hussey, played by Nymeria. Anna, how are you? Tell us about Contentment and give us all the colonial lady fever.
Okay, cool. I won't do that necessarily in that order because I feel like you should know first. Hi, everybody. I am Anna. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Contentment Hussey. Yes, that is an actual name of one of my ancestors from long, long ago, and she is the party bod / newly acquired the profession of being a libertine, which I think is really cool because it gives me some talents that allow me to basically make foolproof disguises and costumes for people, so that's pretty neat. Oh yeah, what happened last time? I wasn't here. I was busy getting like kidnapped by Harold Winchester, which sucks. But I do remember from watching last time, being in the chat, my favorite moment of the entire episode was Elizabeth Gould goes, ooh, while she was lying down, like almost dead in the middle of the ritual sacrifice area when the smooch happened.
Even one of the Mandoag Seekers,
favorite.
Yeah, even they
on the brink of death and was like,
ooh. Listen, you know, from one horn dog to another, sometimes you just gotta give the people a show before they die.
Shippers come from all backgrounds. Shippers come from you know, all walks of life.
Even cultists can be shippers too. It's a thing.
That's how InfiniteRP got the nickname the shipping lane.
Really?
Yeah, no, but it would be cool, right?
But it is now.
I was going to say,
let's really earn that reputation tonight, friends, shall we?
Before we do that, how about Anna? You want to roll a d6?
Yes. Let us see if I can get some colonial lady fever.
I
rolled a 1.
Yeah, that's good in this case. So our players have 4 coins in their pool. I have 2 coins. And with that being said, let's jump over to the map. And we can see the kind of situation that you find yourselves in. On one end of the map, we have our good friends in Phineas and Nessa and Saoirse and Zeke and Elizabeth, or Katie, as she's asked you to call her by now. On the other side of the bridge are Contentment being held by this woman and Yamami. And we roll all of our initiative ahead of time, so we already know what's going to happen. But what you see in front of you is that Winchester is barely upright. You know what I mean? Like he has desiccated. He has been desiccated to the point of like barely being able to stand. He's covered in bandages. He has a crude mask over his face, but you can tell it's him. The woman next to him is like miles opposite of that. You know what I mean? Like she is obviously very muscular, good shape. She had in place of Winchester's sort of pale, decrepit skin, she has this dark, gorgeous skin tone that, like, she has one arm around Contentment's neck, and you can see the muscles just popping. And yeah, if Contentment wasn't about to die, who knows? Like,
yes, she would be into it.
Yeah, she.
You've read the backstory document. She would 100% be.
Absolutely.
But alas, she is not.
Yeah. So, she is currently holding her rifle. She's got a brown bess, and she has the bayonet up underneath Contentment's chin. So we are going to kick off the combat music and find out what happens as you see your friend Contentment Hussey in danger. First up is our friend Contentment Hussey. Contentment, you rolled hot shit on your initiative roll. So we'll say that you're being choked.
Okay.
So you can escape using athletics here. We'll give you a chance to do that if that's what you would like to do, or if you'd like to use a free action to shout out urgent warnings to the rest of the group.
Yeah. Can I just ask, because this is Anna the player coming back after hiatus and I missed the details of the end, what would Contentment perceive to be the greatest threat to the rest of the group in this moment?
I mean, right now, like, they're talking a big game, but this Winchester guy, nobody has seen what he's capable of. So not really sure, but this woman who's holding you seems pretty tough. I would say that if you really wanted the honest truth, the thing that's the
buff.
Yeah, the biggest threat here might be your safety. Like, you would imagine that they don't want you to get hurt. So it's probably this woman.
Okay, I think her eyes kind of like dart over to where, yeah, based off of the last sort of combat that we had, towards where Zeke is standing, and is just be like, just make sure you wait until I move out of the way, and I'm gonna try and athletics resist my way out of this chokehold if I can.
This is, I mean, she's got you tight, so it's going to be a hard check, so it's gonna be negative 20 to your chance.
So I have to beat a 28. I don't love that. Whoa! Oh my goodness! I did it! I got a 10!
Oh my
yes!
Okay, I mean, that gives you free reign to describe what you do here. What kind of slick move do you use to break free?
Happens. Okay, so, alright. Ooh, okay, so I'm breaking out of a chokehold, right? So Contentment always has this sort of like little pouch thing on a string that she wears around her neck, and I think as she's sort of like squirming out of the chokehold, does the classic thing where you just like snap your head back into the person, hoping that like connects with the teeth or the nose or something like that, and as she goes to like duck out of the way, just barely like wiggles out of the out from under the arm of this woman, and I think as she like snatches to grab back at her hand sort of like catches on the little pouch and it pulls right off, but Contentment is out. So this is good.
So that's a resist action, so really doesn't take any action points.
I still get to do an action.
You still have all 3 of
all 3 AP. Awesome. Well, you know what? It just really wouldn't be a Flame of Freedom without doing my favorite thing, which is below the belt.
Yes, this is what I was waiting for.
So I would like to below the belt this lady, please, because that's just rude. Let's do Guile, because I have to beat a 62. 54. We did
Nice. Okay, so below the belt with Guile, they have to, resist using toughness.
Or be gutted.
Yeah. Let's see what their toughness is. Oh,
Or I
goodness.
will have your guts
Oh,
forgotten.
goodness. Their toughness is... They have a plus 10, so that would be a 50, so it's right down the middle. And I rolled a 51.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not awesome. So they are officially gutted, which means that they have to spend an extra AP for movement whenever they move. Do you want to use the rest of your AP to move, or do you have something else in mind?
Let's see. If I move out of the way, though, she's still going to get to attack me, which sucks. So... Yeah, I'll just basically hustle twice, and I will try and avoid that attack from getting out of engagement with her.
Okay, so you use the rest of your AP to hustle. That is one-time movement, so how much is your movement like?
10 yards.
10.
So probably, I don't know how big this bridge is, but...
You probably, you could probably, I mean, there's some broken parts, but it could get you to the end of the bridge, I'm guessing. 10 yards is 30 feet, yeah. So you get you to that signpost, probably.
Okay. There she goes.
Sweet. There goes Contentment. So, they have this big threat, and they're holding Contentment captive, and then she just sort of, thwacks this woman, and, I mean, just sort of, kicks her right in the junk, and then, takes off across the bridge towards all of you. Problem solved, seemingly. Except they're still blocking your way into the city of Cambridge. Saoirse is up, and then Katie Gold after that. What's Saoirse do?
Well, Saoirse was very concerned about Contentment, and then just watched Contentment move like a badass out
Colonial
of
women
harm's
doing
way.
it for themselves, yeah.
So, just sort of nods in Contentment's general direction, like, all right, cool. And then just opens fire. We'll aim for, I guess for Winchester.
Okay.
Mostly because he's creepy AF.
He is.
And I don't like him.
Pretty creepy. Pretty creepy.
I don't like him. I just don't.
Go ahead and make me a ranged attack. There's no fog here. That's nice. And you've got perfect vision.
Good.
So it is just, we'll say it's a straight up standard ranged attack.
Okay. Simple ranged. So I got a beat of 59. Okay. And that is a 55, which is a critical success.
That's absolutely a critical success. Okay, so roll your damage, add an extra d6 for the critical success.
It's Colonial Lady Saturday Night Fever tonight.
Yeah, Colonial Lady Fever.
Okay, so 2 d6s. One is a 1, one is a 3.
Oh.
And it's my pistol, so
one explodes, yeah.
One explodes, okay. It's another 1, so that's 5.
Explodes again.
And a 2 is that's only a 7, but 7.
7 plus something, right? Plus your
oh yeah,
something.
plus the something. Plus the something is my PB. So 7 plus. Is that right? Plus my PB? Well, okay, so that's 7 plus.
It depends on the weapon.
Yeah.
So you're using.
Oh,
your
sorry,
pistol?
no. Plus my CB. Okay, there we go. Plus
Yeah,
so
CB.
10.
10 total points. Excellent. So it's you hit Winchester, but he isn't bleeding or anything like that. You don't see the bullet explode out of the back of his shoulder. He just sort of reels from him. You thought that would be enough to knock him over. It's not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That
anything
was
else
just
you'd like to-
that was just one, right? I can.
that would be one action. Yeah. That's
Can
how
I
much
fire with my other flintlock pistol?
You sure
then?
can.
Okay, great.
Double fisting it.
Yep. And that is a 52. So that's definitely a success. So I roll just one now. So that's 8 more.
8 more. Another shot. Boom. He doesn't move down that injury tracker. I mean, mechanically speaking, so to say. But you see him like absorb these shots. Not like they didn't hurt. Like you can see him wince. He's in pain. But not enough to pass his damage threshold, so to speak. Okay, you still have a point left. Would you like to maybe reload a gun or do something else?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a reload.
Okie doke.
Does that have to be a quick or just a regular?
I wouldn't do. I mean, a quick load is 0 AP, but you are just reloading your weapon, which I think for the flintlock has a cost of 2 AP. So
Okay. I
yeah,
couldn't
you can't. No, you could do something else. I mean, with that 1 AP, or you could bank it for defense.
I'll bank it for defense just to be safe.
Cool. Next up is Elizabeth Katie Gold. She is standing right next to you, and she sees this happen. She sees you take a shot at Winchester and sees him sort of shake it off. And anybody who's watching this sees her eyes get kind of wide and a little bit concerned. So she is going to take out her overcoat pistol. And first, what she's going to do, she's going to spend a point of movement to get up, let's say probably right here, because she needs to be a little bit closer. Probably right next to Nessa, or Contentment, sorry. And then she is going to pull out this overcoat pistol and fire down the sights at Winchester. She's going to take aim first. So she's going to increase her chance of hitting. Increase her base chance, so that she has to roll under 60 instead of under 50. Let's see what happens.
I wish her the worst.
Yeah, she rolls a 50 right on the nose.
Nice.
Yes, so success. And now she's going to roll to see if she gets it. It's D6 plus 4. It's not great, but she rolls a 6.
Ooh.
And another 6 on my Flames of Freedom die.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
And a 5. So
Nice.
17 plus 4, that's 21.
Ooh,
Oh,
that-
dang.
Points of
Oh,
exploding
yes.
gunpowder damage. And now you see this bad person, Winchester, sort of reel and really like pull back with the pain that she has done to him. That is 2 levels of his damage threshold passed. So I'm going to roll a d6 to see if he is injured. Looking at a thing. Here we go. No injuries. But he took a bullet. Next up on the order, she's going to stop right there. She still has a point left. She's going to save it. Next up is Nessa, and followed by Zeke.
Oh. Okay. I don't do range most of the time, although I do have a gun that I've just never used.
You should try it. It's really good for range attacks.
If you don't want to use it, you know it's give it to me. I'll be more than
Yeah,
happy.
we love guns around here. We
Yeah,
got you.
I know.
As does Contentment, yeah.
Yeah, so Contentment isn't actually sort of hurt or
No.
periled, so...
Just kind of rattled, but is fine.
Well... I mean, I could attempt to use the gun for the first time. I don't think I should run into melee attacks right now. It seems like a silly idea. And last time I did that, I got blinded. So
That's true.
Fair.
So, I could attempt to use this gun. I'm gonna pull out my overcoat pistol. Is it ranged enough? It's simple ranged.
Katie is an overcoat pistol too, and I moved her close enough to what I think would be reachable distance for them. So I think overcoat has a range of like 6. What is it?
It
has
says 1
6
plus
yards.
PB yards. So.
Oh, okay. So 1 plus your PB. Hers
my
was
PB
6.
is 6, so
yours
7.
is 7 yards. So yeah, right up to like where Contentment and Elizabeth are is kind of where you can reach them from. If you step forward like 5 feet and like aim around Contentment, you should be able to reach from there.
Oh, I can't pick myself up.
Oh no! Do you want me to move?
Could you move me to that place then, and I will attempt to shoot at them. At the have we injured any yet? Probably. I think the weird
Winchester
spooky guy.
took a shot. Yeah, weird spooky guy took a shot.
Although,
for sure.
No, you know what? He seems like so strange already and half dead that I think I'm going to go for his bodyguard instead and take her down first, or try to. So yes, I will do that. Sorry, I haven't used the gun before, so I'm now going to. Everyone's been doing them, and I'm like, what do I do? Okay. Yeah. So what do I actually do? It's. Do I roll?
This would be a ranged
No,
attack.
you don't roll
Martial ranged.
Sorry.
You just point the gun and it works.
Okay. Perfect. I point the gun and I shoot.
Yep.
Pew pew.
Exactly.
Nessa falls off her feet. No.
Oh!
Tiny pistol. Okay, and then I roll damage. Do I then?
Well, you got to roll to see if you succeed first.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Okay, so I do have to roll.
It's like any other skill check. So it's a martial ranged, right?
It's simple range.
Simple range.
So okay, so I do a simple range 38 with plus 10, so 48. Okay. Boom, boom. Oh Jesus! Okay. I fire in the air.
Yeah, you
because I rolled 82.
You're very
How do we use this thing again?
You're not familiar with guns.
Oh, that's rough.
So you sort of try to like point around Contentment and bleh, unless you want to spend a coin, which you have 4.
We have 4.
I
don't know. Currently, like the overlay says, we got 3, but
we don't have enough for the overlay. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Does anyone mind if I use a coin, or should I leave it for someone more useful?
Finale, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like.
I want.
Oh,
there you go.
28.
You hear you actually hear Winchester speak up and say, "I mind," and he's going to use a special ability to cancel the usage of that coin.
Wait, does that mean does that mean we still lose the coin? But
yes.
But it didn't.
No, it stays. Do you? Okay, I'm gonna go with my friend Anna to see her opinion on this. Anna, does that mean it says cancel the usage of a coin? Does that mean it stays in your pool? I would say so.
Does it say cancel the usage of?
Let me read this. This is an ability called Ebb and Flow. Whenever a coin is spent, automatically cancel its usage.
It's then spent though, so it's
spent and used.
Spent and used,
Okay, so it does go over to me.
To do said thing, but then negate the effect rather than negating the expenditure.
I'd like to think of what this looks like is that like Nessa finally like takes aim and steals herself and takes a shot, and something about the way Winchester sort of like bends time and space to like move it out of his trajectory.
We hit one time, by the way.
What is this? Like he's in.
He's Doctor Strange. He's Doctor Strange.
Oh, I was going to say he's in the Matrix, but
also that he's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange in the Matrix with the candlestick. Okay.
Colonial lady fever. Next, Nessa, that was
two of
your points because you moved and you shot.
Well, no, it's that's true, but my oh no, to load it is 2 AP.
Yeah, so you can't reload it.
No, but I have one other thing to do. Can I maybe take cover behind the wall there?
Oh yeah, you could do that.
That seems like a sensible thing to do.
So you're going to duck behind the wall.
I'm just gonna duck out of the way behind the wall and let everyone else do their things.
Look at this
And
pretty little wall.
yeah.
Oh, you should be able to control yourself now if you want to
Oh,
complete
cool.
your movement there. And
then yeah, perfect. So can I just duck sort of down
the
here,
wall.
basically?
That will give you that's medium cover. I'd say it's a solid wall. So it is a +6 to your damage threshold as long as you're in cover.
Oh, great! I like it.
Zeke is up, and then bad people are up.
Okay.
And then Wig, because we reached 20 retweets.
Wig!
Come on, it's the finale.
Wig.
Itchy hot head.
Wig.
Itchy hot head.
Itchy hot.
Itchy, yeah.
Yay!
Yes!
Oh, okay. It never gets old.
You
Never- the
love
flip?
to see it.
Oh, the flip.
Flip is amazing.
Do the side profile flip. It's the best.
Perfection.
Yes. Beautiful.
Oh, Wally, please take the attention off of me and do some murder.
Sensational.
So yeah, I'm gonna do me a murder. I pull out my double barrel pistol and my other double barrel pistol,
Yeah.
and I point one of them at Mr. Mummy over there.
Love that movie. Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I love that movie. I could have said on. I could have said because
Colin
the
got
movie
it.
on wraps, but sorry,
I got it.
The flapper got you, but
220, 221, whatever it takes.
oh, that is a 23.
Oh, yeah. I mean, success, my man.
Okay.
My them. My Wally.
First.
Here, Wally,
for
take
the-
a sub for that.
Yes, 4 and a 1. The 1 rerolls. And a 4, so it's 8 plus 1. That's 9 plus another from my bonus damage. That's another 8, so that is 16. Wait,
Against
17. 17.
Against whom?
Against Mr. Winchester.
Okay. He moves 1 track further down the damage tracker. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't do anything
Eat
to make things
lead.
go crazy.
Bite the bullet, literally.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Yeah, that takes him 1 down. Roll me 2d6.
I got a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so he's not injured.
Okay, I'm gonna fire again from that double barrel pistol.
Sweet.
A 33!
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. All right, we can't. All right, you guys came to play. Okay. All right, I can see what's happening here.
5 plus 8,
like rolling dice.
that is 13.
That just takes him down 1 more rank. Roll me 1, 2, 3d6.
Nope. 1 and 2
Okay.
4s.
Still uninjured, but Winchester's been peppered with quite
And I
a lot.
fire from my last action, I fire from the other double barrel.
Woo!
He's got so many guns.
I have so many guns. Yo, like, you haven't
Gun
noticed,
collector.
Zeke has been collecting guns this entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, a 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you re-roll that. I'm gonna spend a coin to make you re-roll it.
Okie dokie.
I'm tired of this.
39.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. No, I'm not really. Go ahead and injure him, please.
I got a 9 in total.
Okay, that one does not surpass his damage threshold.
But you
but
can use a coin to make a damage dice turn to a 6 if you wanna.
I would like to use a coin to spend a damage dice to make it 6.
should never have let him come on the show.
But everyone forgets, and it's the best thing you can use the coin for.
And
is
so
to
because
destroy.
the 6 it is exploding, so I roll that again.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's 8 plus 8, 16.
There it is.
Yes.
Yeah, you absolutely hit him, and he falls to the ground, writhing and convulsing.
Oh no.
The woman next to him, his assistant, sort of looks him over with his sort of like alarm in her face, and there's just a brief little moment out of initiative order where she like drops down and she sort of like is looking him over, and then something happens where you see his skin what you can see of it begin to roil and bubble and slough off as an arm without any skin on it reaches up and like grabs this woman. And as he sits upright, you see the bandages and the skin all at once sort of like fall off of his face as he opens this mouth full of teeth surrounded by what looks to be like fucking raw meat all over the surface of his body and bites this woman.
What the fuck?
Like Zeke just yells, "No skin! No skin!
No fucking skin!
No fucking skin!"
I'm out.
I'm gonna roll for the attack. It's his turn.
Oh
So
no!
I'm going to Sephiroth this.
Why is it always the skin?
Yeah, he's ascended. So he is going to bite the woman who we're calling Angela. What do we call her, chat?
Angela
Lansbury. Angela. Okay, never mind.
No, it was. Hold on.
Angela something, but
Do
we're gonna
not
call
harm
it Angela
such a lovely
Lansbury.
soul.
She would love it.
She would.
It was Angela Patience.
She was in Sweeney Todd. She'd love it.
It was Angela Patience.
So,
I mean, fair.
oh my gosh, goes up to bite Angela Patience, and I rolled an 8 on the die.
Angela Patience Lansbury.
And
Tales all this time.
like takes a rip like out of her skin with these teeth.
No.
And does an 11, so takes her down a track. I need everybody, including Angela Patience Lansbury,
Yes.
to roll me a resolve.
Resolve.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I should say so.
Is this a standard resolve check?
Yeah, is it standard resolve?
This is a standard resolve check.
Cool.
Oh, that's not
Question.
Yes.
What's the lighting like?
It is daytime, so it is clear, perfect lighting.
Okay, so I don't have to flip to fail. Cool.
No.
Because
but-
my quirk is apparently I'm scared of the dark.
Oh, that's somehow that makes weird sense for you. I don't know why, but it
I
does.
know, right? It kind of does.
It's
Hey, I
because
made a-
democracy dies in darkness and she loves freedom and light.
You
So,
goddamn right.
I did make a mistake. This is to withstand terror,
Okay.
so it is at -30.
Oh! Is that?
is that all?
Jaded.
That's
Well,
it.
no, Zeke, you've got jaded, right?
Yeah, I'm jaded, but still,
So
negative
do
30,
I.
that's a lot.
When suffering peril from stress,
53.
fear, or terror, you can
I'm still okay.
by your FB.
I rolled
So I
a
can-
14.
Yeah.
I'm still
My FB 's not
fine.
that bad, too.
I'm
My FB is
not.
actually pretty good.
I'm not fine.
I see
Oh.
people bite each other all the time. It's not a big deal.
I mean, you are a bod.
So I
Like, this
rolled,
stuff
I
happens.
rolled a 30, which bumped
Okay.
me down to a 25 because of jaded.
Ooh, and that's a success for you then.
Yeah.
So anybody who's not okay in this situation,
Okay,
who
so
failed their
plus-
check,
Plus 30, you said, yes?
it
Minus
is a
30.
-30.
Minus
Okay,
30.
so I'm trying to do math. Give me one moment. Okay. My willpower is a 48. I have a plus in resolve, so it's a 58. Minus 30 is a 28. I rolled a 24 and I have jaded and I get to minus my WBs, so that's a -6. So I'm under. Okay.
Okay.
That was a lot of math and I apologize.
No, it's good. We're here. We love watching you do math, Sid. So really quick, Phineas failed. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I needed to get under a 52, and I got a 58. So
Okay. Anybody else fail? Just Finn. Sweet,
good.
Sweet Finn. But
Sweet
you did
Finn.
not get a critical failure.
No,
But you is failed.
I is failed.
And so you are going to take some peril
I was already imperiled too.
and some conflict as well.
I was already at Jinky's stage, I believe we've called it.
Suddenly
You're pretty
very glad that my new profession comes with 9 doses of opium for all this peril we're about to sustain.
Hey, Colin, you take 17 points of peril.
Well, okay.
What?
Let's just talk about this.
Okay.
I have no follow-up to that at all.
Okay.
That knocks me down 2 ranks of peril. So
okay.
So
you ignore 1 skill rank on.
Hey.
I was already on imperiled, so doesn't that knock me down to?
Oh yeah, never mind. You ignore 2
no,
skill
2
ranks.
skill ranks.
You're at 2, yeah.
You also take 9 points of conflict.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's brutal. Like this freaks you the heck out, so to speak.
Oh, he's having a
I
breakdown.
apologize for the language there, but
Your mother.
your mother.
Your mummy.
So he does that. He is going to spend the rest of his AP to stand up, because as we all know, standing up from prone takes a lot of AP.
It sure does.
It sure does, which is good. And I spent a coin to do that, by the way, so we're at 4 and 2 right now. And it is Phineas's turn, followed by Angela Patience. Lansbury. Her initials are AP. Just like action points. Phineas.
Okay.
That's the connection I was looking for. Okay.
What happens when you're on ignore 2 skill ranks, but you only have 1 rank in a thing? Does it go negative?
No.
It just cancels out the 1?
It just cancels out the 1. You then don't add additional negatives. It only will cancel out those dots that you have.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Anna.
I don't have 2 in anything, so like this actually doesn't really do much. Anyway, Phineas is having a probably mental breakdown right now, so I'm gonna go with the plan I had originally, but just do it more scared. Which is that where Nessa is there, Phineas was going to run up to that corner and crouch down next to Nessa with his level his brown bass.
Yeah.
And fire down range. Probably try to make some small talk while he's really quickly loading the bayonet.
Yes, just flirt a little bit.
Just, hey, I'm kind of sort of freaking out right now a little bit. Are you okay? Because I'm really not okay right now.
I'm okay, honey, but you definitely you
I honestly shouldn't be handling fire.
You should probably not. Please don't point that at me. Okay.
I don't even. Nothing matters anymore, really. Honestly.
Hey, you're not at 3 skill ranks.
I'm at 3 skill ranks is existential meltdown.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just at general ennui right now.
Okay. Let me see.
I'm just gonna shoot that guy. No, I'm gonna shoot the lady, and I'm gonna do a targeted attack on her head.
Okay.
Because I have a talent I've not used the entire game for targeted attacks.
Okay.
So I have to get under a 54.
Excellent.
And I got a 12.
Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna roll damage. And it's a 6. Explode.
Yes.
And a 5. Can I spend a coin to make that a 6?
Yes.
I'm asking
it
everybody
explodes.
else. Are they cool with that?
I'm very cool with that. I think
I'm fine with that.
Okay, then that 5 becomes a 6, so I'm at 12.
Okay.
3 plus 3, so 15. And my CV is a motherfucking 8. So that is 23 damage.
Wow.
And it's a headshot. So,
Boom.
she now has the disoriented condition.
Wow. First of all, yeah, she's disoriented. Okay.
And
Wait, yes.
I have a talent that I haven't used for the whole freaking game.
Okay.
That is whenever I inflict damage from a targeted attack, they also suffer an equal amount of peril. So she also takes 22 peril. Oh, mic
shit.
drop.
Does that make her pass out? Please say yes.
Here's what happens. So she also failed her resolve check when Winchester transformed.
Oh!
So she already was down 2 ranks. And how much did you say you did?
22 perils, equal amount of whatever I do for damage, I do for peril.
That is.
Or no, 23. Sorry, 23.
That is 3 more ranks. So she faints dead away and is.
Eat it, bitch. Sorry.
Like she, the person she was working for just turned into a monster and bit her. And then
I rang her bell with a bullet.
Yep.
And I below the belted her to death.
So she's like foes on all sides. She doesn't know what to do. She spins back and forth, and her just will fails her, and she collapses to the ground.
I'm curious. I want to know. I'm just curious. I shot her in the head, but the damage is not what knocked her out. It's the peril that put her out.
It's the peril.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, narrator, how she survived the shot in the head, but then passed out from the peril. I want to know, like, what.
I think it like grazes her head, right? So it goes like maybe in and out of the corner of her skull. Doesn't kill her, but then like this, and she's looking for some way out, and the blood like drips down into her eyes, and just like you ever have that thing where you get so in your head about, oh no, I'm injured. You know?
Yeah.
That's
she's
what
like
happens.
In shock.
You go into shock. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep, she's in shock.
Oh, that's so good.
Perfect. And she drops to the ground. Anything else from Phineas?
Yeah, Phineas turns to Ness and says, "Okay, I feel better." And
you're doing fine, honey.
I'm gonna hold my last AP to defend, just in case.
Awesome, great. We're back at the top of the order because it would have been Angela Lansbury's turn, but not anymore. It is Contentment Hussey's turn. Contentment.
Thank you, Lansbury. Yes. Hi.
We'll say that unfortunately, Contentment. Did you shoot a gun last time?
I have a gun. I was going to ask you though. I
don't think you have it.
I don't have it. Yeah,
No.
I assumed I probably wouldn't. Well, guess what I'm not gonna do.
Right. However, I'm gonna say that as a part of like this woman going down, she like stumbled forward and landed right there. So if you want to run forward, you could grab her musket.
Justin, I forgot to ask, for the amount of damage I did, should she take any injuries?
We could do that. She's kind of out of the fight, but if you want to roll 3d6 just for fun, we can see if she's injured.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Let's do it for fun. Injuries are fun.
Let's just make her die faster.
Nothing.
Okay,
never mind.
So she is lying in the middle of the bridge with her musket sort of next to her, bleeding from the neck, where your mummy hit her. Your mama. But there's a gun there that you're free to use if you.
What kind of gun is it, though?
It's a brown bass musket.
Ooh,
Good old
I don't
reliable.
know if that's gonna work. Let me see. That's martial range. That's flip to fail. Does anybody have a pistol? Contentment yells.
I have one.
I have one. I have one.
I mean, Nessa has one, but it needs reloading, so it takes 2 HP.
I don't care whose it is. Just give me a pistol.
I will like wing. Where am I at compared to? Yeah,
you're just behind me to my.
Do you have
right.
a loaded one though, Wally?
I do have a loaded one. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give. I'll give a pistol to Contentment. I'll like slide it across the ground to her.
Cool.
Oh, that cool skitter across the paper.
Yeah, like I drop it and I kick it across the ground to her, so I don't lose like my range on my pistol.
Kicking a loaded flintlock pistol is extremely dangerous.
It is extremely dangerous.
Roll to.
But here we are. So I will grab the pistol as he shoves it across the ground, and I would like to first use my inspiring words to help. Oh, sorry. No, my words as weapons to help out my comrades. And I'm trying to figure out, do I want you to be inspired or hastened? Probably inspired, because that's going to help you get less damaged. So I'm basically just going to yell out. It's really weird that I'm just now seeing you after all this time, but whatever we end up with after this, drinks are on me! And I'm gonna then spend my last AP to take aim and try to shoot Harold Winchester.
Yes, excellent, do it.
You're a gem.
Okay! Okay, so that's simple ranged. I took aim, but I'm at ignore 1 skill rank. So I have to beat a 48, and I really hope that I can do it. No, I rolled a 59. Do we have any more coins?
You have 3. We're 3 and 3 again. We've been trading.
People okay if I use one to reroll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say no.
Yeah, we've never said no.
I know, but it's polite to ask,
It
you know,
is
like it's good
considerate,
to be nice to your friends, okay?
I can't use a coin.
No, that's even worse. That's a 62. So I think that probably just the gun jams because it got kicked across the ground.
Yeah.
And there's either just like some of the wadding that's like putting the shot in there, or there's some kind of dust, dirt, something or other that is clogging up the mechanism.
A little bit.
But there are also still drinks on me, so everyone is inspired.
Excellent.
Oh wait, no, I have to roll for that too, don't I? Shit. Okay.
What does that do?
Inspired gives you a +1 to your damage and peril thresholds until the end of combat.
Oh, that's fun.
But contentment has to succeed.
Yeah, gotta be to 50.
Is it leadership?
Yes, I have to be to 42.
Okay, and you got that skill
Nope.
rank, right? Oh.
Well, you're not inspired, but there are still drinks on me.
Doesn't change the facts.
Keep my promises.
It's
it
a good
just
try.
doesn't help me get less fucked up.
It's a good try, but she puts the emphasis on the wrong word, so it just sounds weird. She's like, "If we survive, drinks are on me." And I was like,
Wait,
I mean, that would make sense for her. She might literally
something she might do.
like sushi, you know?
That's the wrong
Are we doing body
inflection?
shots off contentment?
Because
if you survive,
if we survive, we're doing body shots off contentment.
got it. Great.
I'm okay with this. This
I
is
thought
fine.
you might be.
That's my turn.
got
I'm
really-
out of AP.
Really spicy in here.
Yeah.
Okay. End of your turn. Saoirse is up, and then Katie Gold is up right after her. Saoirse, this monster feller is back up and looking for trouble. Oh, and you're muted as you plan your next steps.
I was saying he's just being spooky. Question for you.
Yeah.
This whole quick load situation.
Yeah.
It says you can only utilize short distance.
Mm-hmm. So there are 3. Right. There are 3 distances in Flames. So it's like short is shoot. I have to look them up, but they're at medium distance from you right now.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to fire on
is
them.
like 10 feet ish.
Yeah.
It is pretty close.
Yeah.
Even if my PB is stupid high.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to use a point to run closer, you're just so far away.
Okay.
You know, you're really in the back line here. So if you want to run forward and get closer, then I'd say if you can get past that first hole in the bridge, you see right there. If you can get to like here, then that's good enough for short distance. That's what I'd say. It would take you a point of movement probably to get there.
I'm gonna do it.
1 AP. Okay. Oh, by the way, do you know you can also spend coins to add APs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to get like an extra AP?
I did know that, Justin.
Oh,
actually,
really?
that
Okay.
was
All right.
something that
Fascinating.
I was
Well,
aware of.
fascinating.
Excuse me, if the drinks are on me, that's not very nice to say about the person who's footing your
The
tab
drinks
for
are
the
on
evening.
me.
The drinks are on
you.
me.
They're just
It's
you.
fair.
The drinks are on me.
The drinks are on
The drinks are on
me.
there.
Ah!
Yeah.
Inspiring.
The drinks
Saoirse, do you run forward?
So wait, are we
Let's go
inspired though?
we're not
I would
inspired.
like
No.
no. We're actually just doing an emphasis run through
It's
in
real fun.
acting 101. It's a lot of
Yes,
fun.
and
Yes, and okay, go in there. Gonna do the quick load, so 0
Okay.
AP to do the quick.
and this will
reload.
leave you defenseless,
Leave me defenseless.
so you can't defend
Great.
against attacks moving forward.
Cool. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
Do it.
All right. That is a 5. I assume that hits.
That very much hits. Yes, it does.
Hit?
Yes, indeed.
Does a 5 hit? That's a 6. That explodes.
Ooh,
Okay.
love to see it.
Plus a 4 is 10. Plus 3 is a 13.
That gets past one of those ranks.
Ooh.
When Winchester transformed, he didn't regain all of the vitality that he had when he was a puppet man, basically.
Also, it wasn't like real,
Puppet
like second form
man.
boss.
Puppet
movements.
man.
Never gonna get your vitality.
Wow.
Sloughing off your skin out there alone.
So he's still he's hurt, but he's not dead yet. Roll me 2d6 to see if he's injured.
Show. That's a 4 and a 6.
Oh,
Really
Ooh,
weird 6.
Okay.
This dice
Yeah,
is weird. Okay.
roll me a d100 and we'll see how he's
Okay.
injured. This is a serious injury.
I have a thing. If I yell
what'd
at
it
him,
do?
I have a thing. The
What'd it
thing is tongue lashing. When you inflict an injury,
Hot.
your foe moves one step down the peril condition track.
Oh, excellent. Okay, great.
So
Winchester,
if they suffer a moderate injury, they go down 1. If they suffer a serious injury, they go down 2, etc.
They go down 2. So this horrible monster is a little bit scared. And it ignores one skill rank. Help me remember that.
Woot! That is a 22.
A 22 on the injury.
I wish that had been what I rolled.
Is-
Phineas said hot,
Look.
like Zeke would reply, would go like,
Oh,
right?
a chest wound. So you plug
I get it.
Winchester in the
No.
chest, and Winchester is bleeding.
Is it a sucking chest wound?
It is not. It is an
Aw.
adequate chest wound. But when,
That was good. That was good.
when bleeding, for those who aren't familiar, when you're bleeding, you at the start of every turn, you bleed, and if you bleed in excess of BB rounds, you're dead.
Yep.
Right? So
You die.
you die. And so let's see what his BB is, and I'll look and see. Okay.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's 9. So if you can survive for 9 more rounds.
That's why you got to keep your blood on the inside.
Yep. This person keeps their blood deep inside, but also not their skin. So it is end of Saoirse's turn. Anything from Saoirse? You're left there in the middle of the bridge.
Yeah, well, I guess to do the tongue lashing situation, I probably have to say something like, let's workshop what she says. That's so
Sure.
pithy. What are we thinking? What would cause this
Like a
skin
sick burn.
sloughing monstrosity
Skin.
to be a little scared?
Mhm. Yeah.
What do you think he's afraid of? What's a skinless being
I
afraid
bet
of?
the UV
Lemon
protection is
juice.
not great.
Running out of
Oh, yeah.
moisturizer.
Lemon juice.
Mhm.
Lemon
Yeah.
juice. Salt.
Salt, yeah.
Salt.
Salt in the wound. Oh,
So, moisturizer,
Yeah.
probably. That would be
Mhm.
weird. You know,
Aloe vera.
So you just start listing these things.
These are all the things
These
I'm
are-
gonna put on you.
I've got them all in my
but no,
backpack.
it's like the thing where you have a bad sunburn and you put a t-shirt on over it and then suddenly you just regret everything.
Oh, no.
That
Yeah.
absolutely does it. Yes.
Yeah,
I am the t-shirt on your soul.
That's it. Yes, Saoirse.
I'm a cotton poly blend on you.
And I didn't cut the tag off of the neck.
Ooh.
Not good. Not good.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't like it. Shudders.
Thank you all. I appreciate it. Couldn't have done it
You're
without you.
Katie Gould is up, and then Nessa. Katie Gould steps forward. She's going to spend 2 to reload her overcoat pistol and fire again. Oh, that is a cock die. And a 57. She misses. And that's all of her movement. Then it is Nessa's turn, and then Zeke.
I don't know if this is helpful, and I don't know if it's Finn, did you use smelling salts like within the last 24 hours? I feel like you did.
I think I did, yeah.
So you
Got real
can't
messed up.
use
So I
that for the
can't.
peril. And I've been
Yeah.
searching to see if I have anything like spell-wise to help with peril, but I'm not sure I do. I think it's just smelling salts and sleep.
Yep.
At least I think I can spend a coin to help myself, but not other people.
I mean, Also, when you think about it, not only sleep, no wonder you're imperiled. You guys have been going for days.
We have been going pretty non-stop for a while.
Non-stop.
So so I don't know I can help Phineas. So I think I will spend 2 AP to reload my gun, and then it's only 1 to shoot, so I should be able to like reload and shoot, I suppose. So I'll do that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Give it a go. I don't have to like roll 2 reload, do I? It just happens.
You do. You spend points to reload.
I'm spending 2 AP to reload,
Yeah.
and then 1 AP to shoot.
Yeah. There's no roll to reload.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. All right.
That would suck.
24 doesn't seem too bad. That's
It's very good.
my simple range. So yeah, that's definitely under. Cool. Excellent. I hit him.
Excellent.
And so my damage is CB, which is, for me, my CB is 4.
Okay. So roll a d6
great.
and add 4.
2 plus 4, 6.
Okay, not enough to pass his damage threshold.
No.
But yeah,
I'm helping.
He weird. Okay, end of Nessa's turn. Zeke, you're up, and then it is Winchester's turn.
Okay. I am going to fire at this dude with no skin.
Yeah, he's got
Also,
no
let
skin.
me ask a quick question. Cersei, does she look like she's just out there in the middle of the open?
She has no cover. Saoirse is unprotected.
Okay, gotcha.
Just
But
stand
also, I mean, it's worth
Shooting.
saying, Winchester dropped his weapon. He hasn't picked it up. He hasn't.
I know that, but
Sure.
I got a 40.
From this angle, dad ass though. Mwah.
I mean, always.
Does it count? Oh, okay. I thought you meant Winchester for a second, and I was
His
like,
ass-
does it count
No.
if there's no skin? Like,
Is it
do
a
we
nice
want to entertain
skinless
this?
ass?
Okay,
Oh,
I've been
look.
accused of being a monster
Skinless
fucker
ass.
before, but no,
If a-
even I have.
If a creature is
line.
standing next to the skin that it has just sloughed off,
Boneless, skinless.
which
chicken
ass do you mean?
No.
Well,
I meant Saoirse's.
Why don't we? Well,
Anyway, shoot this guy,
yeah.
Molly. Anyway.
He fires. I got a 40, so that hits.
Yeah. Huh?
Ooh, a 6. A 2, so that's 8 plus 8. That's 16.
Ooh, that passes.
And what I do? So, do I need to roll my threshold damage or something?
Well, you got to roll to see if he is injured.
Okay, how many
So
should I
many-
roll?
3d6.
Ooh, I got a 6.
Sweet, roll me a d100.
That was loud. I whooped loudly.
76.
Okay, a 76.
As in
on the-
1770.
Ah!
Hey.
a 76 on the grieve. Can you make grievous injuries with this, or is it serious?
No, this is not grievous.
A 76 on the serious injury chart is shin crushed.
Oof.
Shin crushed?
Shin. So
someone
you
who-
shoot him in the shin,
His shin has been crushed.
Yeah,
and
that hurts.
basically it's until he's recuperated, which he won't be. He's gonna die.
As
Let's be
someone who
honest.
is like 35% shin, yes, that hurts.
It means he has to flip to fail on reactions. basically, his
And
reactions.
because I shot someone, immediately linear tactics kick in.
Ooh yeah.
And I am, and like as soon as it's like from Cersei's point of view, she heard a bang of the gun go off behind her.
Yeah.
And instantly she looks up. Zeke is already right in front of her. And I'm using my last 2 AP to load up my double barrel. And he's saying like, we really need to stop beating like this, all right? And he closes up the gun and he readies to fire again as I use my.
So
last
he's
action.
right there.
Yeah, he's right there, like keeping protection on her.
Nice, excellent. Ready to reload, ready to fire. Well, he reloads, ready to fire again, but this creature charges at Ezekiel. So
Bring it down, Bubba.
Yeah, it's a point to get all the way over there, and then it just like leaps towards you with its mouth wide open with these jagged pointing teeth, and tries to rip into your skin. They have an ignore one skill rank because they're perilled. So they have to get under a 55. That's a 49. And
the coin?
you do have coins. Do you want to spend one to make me re-roll it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, avoid
Yeah.
that.
Means
Yeah.
I have 5 coins.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But we're still alive, so ha ha ha.
A 23 on the re-roll.
No.
Oh my glob.
So couple things happen. First, oh no, minimum damage, so only 10 points of damage.
Oh no.
Does that pass your damage threshold?
My damage threshold. Ooh, by 1. Oh my gosh. Wait, no. Oh no. I forgot I leveled up my BB.
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't, because my BB is now 11.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent.
Yes.
So he doesn't send you down the tracker, but I need you to make me a coordination check as he tries to push you off of your feet.
Oh,
That's
and
gonna be
through that hole in the bridge.
Ooh, I got a 55. My coordination check is 60.
Oh,
That's
please.
a critical
Yes.
success.
Critical
Yeah.
Critical
success.
success.
Tell me what it looks like as Zeke tries to be like, he tries to push you over. It tries to push you over, but you stay on your feet.
Okay, so this thing, I fired the gun. I was looking all cool in front of Cersei. They're about to jump at me. And I just grab Cersei around her shoulders, and I just go like, duck. And I both lean, I push her down with me as we duck down so it flies over my head.
I love
Nice.
it. I love it. Yeah, and he's still standing there. He is, oh gosh. So here's the question. I mean, that was, one of his AP. He still has one left. He's going to attack Ezekiel again. I mean, he's just feral at this point. He's in it to kill somebody. Here comes. It's a 90. So I'm going to spend a coin. I'm going to re-roll it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, please spend the coin.
Yeah.
We have to.
Give us some nice things, please. We will
It's a
take
98 on the second roll. But so tries to bite you a second time, but this time you're ready for it. It is Phineas's turn. Phineas, this beast is it's clinging to life, but it's scrabbling at Ezekiel, trying to lay its teeth into it. You can see it. It's got a little bit of cover through your friends. You think you might be able to hit it from here,
But
if you do hit it, you could end it. You could kill whatever used to be
And
Winchesters.
this. And
my brown
this.
best.
And this.
My brown best takes 3 AP to load.
No.
So I'm
You
not
can quick load.
I'm not going to shoot it. I'm going to charge and stab it.
Excellent.
And I'm going to, instead of Mel Gibsoning this time, I'm going to Connor from Assassin's Creed 3 my way here. I'm going to where Zeke and Saoirse are there next to each other. Phineas is gonna. The last thing he said to Nessa was, "Yeah, I feel better," and then he's going to charge with the bayonet and run and split the middle between Zeke and Saoirse, run and jump and come down. So I'm gonna spend 2 AP to do a charge.
Yep.
And stab it with a bayonet.
Let's go, baby.
Wait, we're not inspired. Nuts.
We're not inspired.
Nah.
No, unfortunately.
Drinks are on me.
Oh, I'm gonna spend a coin. Can I spend a coin? Because I got an 83.
Oh.
I want to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
We
Do
got
it.
two.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Spend a coin for one.
That will do it. 49 will do it.
Okay, that's a success. Roll me that damage. I'll tell you right now. I'm just gonna tell you. It's
Yep.
got a 12 damage threshold
Okay.
and is almost dead. So above a 12 in damage.
Well, my CD is a freaking 8.
So you got to roll a 4.
damn it! I rolled a 2.
Oh,
Can I spend a coin to make it a
That
6?
last coin to make
Do
it a 6.
it!
Do it.
Destroy
Holy
it!
shit. It's a 6.
Yeah, and he dies.
But it explodes. I get to roll again. Oh, I got the same
No,
thing.
you didn't.
Okay.
He just dies extra hard.
Extra dice.
He really
just-
dies.
Diehards? I mean,
Also-
wait, that doesn't work.
So,
No,
Zeke-
Phineas hates this thing because it's disgusting and terrifies him. So he runs and jumps, and you said it dies when he hits it?
you just run it through, and
Yeah.
you describe it for me. What happens as
Okay,
as
it's making
this
sure that
thing-
it died. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he just stabs it and just keeps. He's not gonna stop stabbing for a while. Like he wants
Right.
to make sure that this thing is dead because it's absolutely
Excellent.
gross and terrifying.
Yeah, excellent. And I mean, this bears no similar appearance to what you saw Winchester to be. This is some creature that has been lying inside him, like festering. It's something that gradually took him over. It might not even have Winchester's memories, but now you see it sort of like a skinless, sort of like pathetic, almost pitiable creature lying on the ground as it sort of shakes and gives these rattling breaths and collapses and dies.
Oh, historian, may I ask a question?
Of course.
Well, now that Contentment has a new profession and is a libertine,
Yeah.
I got a new quirk called Well Actually, where I get to roll
no.
a d6 to see if I can figure out. It's basically like if you want to recall
right.
or remember someone or something related to folklore or like who a person is, you can roll a
Yeah.
d6, and on a 6,
Okay.
you know something. So I'd like to Well Actually the corpse, please.
Yeah, go for it.
And I didn't learn anything. I rolled a 4. It
It's
was
dead.
worth a shot. It's
Yeah.
dead. We did it.
So you're left there standing over the body of this thing, but the way into Cambridge is open. Let's not go to break just yet because we started late, but I want to hear what happens once the battle is ended and Winchester is dead.
Phineas.
Is it dead?
dead.
Okay.
It's dead.
Yes, dead kid.
Finn is covered in blood. He is splattered.
Oh man. God, man.
I
Hands are
hated
shaking
that.
right now. Hands are shaking. Got that adrenaline rush going through me right now.
I don't think she's dead, by the way.
Contentment will walk over towards the person that was holding all of us, or holding me captive, rather.
Mhm.
Angela Patience Lansbury.
Thank you, Angela Patience Lansbury. And does she have any weapons on her?
She is, like I said, well, she has that brown bass, right?
Yeah, she got that right.
Does that have a bayonet attached to the end of it?
It does.
Contentment's gonna just grab the gun and stab her through the neck with the bayonet and say,
Yeah.
"She is now."
Cold-blooded. All right.
Yeah, and her eyes, which were open in shock and fear, flutter and then close as she bleeds out.
Damn.
You know what?
I-
Probably been through some
Can I
stuff with dealing with her.
Just double check something with Doc, because although this is a quirk for me,
Yeah.
but I just wonder if watching this might affect Nessa, because I have the quirk Life is Precious, and
Ooh.
Yeah.
I shouldn't I'm incapable of basically if I take an innocent life, like if I'm not threatened and stuff, like it affects me, but I'm just wondering if I feel like that would
roll me a
affect
resolve
me even if
test.
it's not a quirk. Yeah.
Roll me a resolve test, and that'll tell me whether or not this affects you or not. Contentment, you take 6 points of conflict.
Yeah.
For doing a murder.
I
Whole murder.
straight up
Curiosity.
killed someone who was defenseless.
No, I fail on my resolve. It was meant a 55 I needed, and I got a 62.
Yeah, then yeah, this affects you.
Okay.
Does it say what the consequences are in your quirk?
Well, on my thing, it's when I take an instant life of another. What does it say? Whenever you take an innocent life of another threat classified as an human or animal, including player cultures, unprovoked, you are unable to call upon your spells for 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you didn't do the murdering.
I didn't officially do it.
Also,
No.
I don't think this
but maybe.
But for the time being,
you just RP something.
Right.
I suppose.
for the time being, your spells are failing you. You can't even remember them.
God is mad at you.
God is
I'm
pissed.
affected. Yeah.
And so you find yourselves there with your friend, Contentment.
What is that? Like, for Nessa, what does that feel like? Like, that's...
I mean...
I'm curious.
Because obviously this is all like I don't know we don't know what happened to Contentment, but I think Nessa goes to try and sort of stop her, and it happens, and she's just like, I think she goes a bit quiet. I think she just kind of goes inward on herself a bit. And for one, like usually she'd be trying to comfort Finn and things. I think she was about to and stuff because he was going crazy. Like, so I think she just kind of goes a bit quiet and inward on herself, and is maybe just staring at the lady who had clearly just sort of fainted and been possibly just caught up in this for unknown reasons. So I think she realizes that that this person might not have been as bad as we think. She wasn't clearly this ghoul, and I don't know.
Nessa also takes 6 points of conflict too.
Okay.
While she's kind of doing that, I've just kind of like starting to scrabble around in the dirt and dust and stuff in the roadway, just being like, okay, so I fall over here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Can't lose that. And I'm looking for the bag that was around my neck that came off when I escaped the chokehold.
Okay. Roll me an awareness test.
Okay. Nope, but that was a critical fail. Can't re-roll that.
No, it's obvious that Contentment is looking for something that she cannot find. This is obvious to the rest of you as well.
I'm going to stand up and head over to Contentment. What are you looking for?
It's the bag, the little one. You've seen it. It's the one that I never take off. The tiny little bag that I wear around my neck all the time. It's gone.
Right. And I'm going to start looking around also.
Make me an awareness check then.
40.
Is that a success?
Oh, wait, that's a 4.
Oh, a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spot it, and maybe the only reason the Contentment didn't see it is that it is fallen off of the bridge and is lying in a pool of water down on the semi-dry riverbed below.
Zeke splashes it into the river.
It's cold.
It's cold. Grabs the bag. Here.
And without even thanking you for it, she just kind of like snatches it out of your hand and starts just tying the leather strap like back around her neck. And then it's just like, oh, right, thanks.
Don't worry about it. All right, how's everyone? Roll call, fingers, toes, got them all?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. The adrenaline is starting to, die down. I feel like I'm about to pass out pretty soon. So why don't we continue heading off into the city?
What are you all doing here? Anyway.
Well, we were going to Cambridge. We were supposed to be meeting people in Cambridge. What are you?
Right, but last time I saw you, we were all stuck in a giant tunnel underneath the common burial ground, being about to be ripped to shreds by ghouls.
Well, it seems like ghouls are a common trend when it comes to hanging out with you. I mean, fought a ghoul on the bridge, fought a ghoul on the ground. There's a connection point right there. But long story short is we ran afoul a bunch of the cultists that this guy was working with down in that tunnel, and we pretty much one affair led to another. And he picks up our downed sorcerer pal. Come up, and it helps her up. we've been working with her to pretty much protect Boston from these cultists, and got way out of hand. Skin falling off people, spells being casted.
A lot of missing skin.
Does contentment know Katie Gold? Anna?
I'm trying to think. I feel like maybe that's up to you because I don't know.
She and Grace De Beers
yes.
had a connection, and you knew Grace, so it's entirely possible that you've met.
Then
Katie
I do
before.
know Katie. Yeah.
Okay.
We might not be like BFFs or whatever, but if
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then I do know her.
Katie Gold, and she says, oh, yes, hi, hello, yeah, we were all responsible for the fog cloud that landed on Boston a while ago. I think that the rebels have broken the hold in the city by now. So we've come here to find Grace. It looks like he or it, and she's like looking between like the pile of skin and like the monster, and she's like, we're waiting for us. At least trying to get one last attempt at settling the score. And
well, I don't know if we took care of every single cultist that are out there, but it looks like we took care of a bigwig.
Well, Winchester was definitely a person of importance, but probably not the top of the food chain, I suppose. But for now, it's good. It's good. An important playing piece off the board. We should make our way to Brattle Street.
Brattle Street.
Yeah, we're meeting Grace.
105 Brattle Street.
She'll want to hear about this.
Yeah, say so.
Make your way into Cambridge. Cambridge is remarkably different from Boston, especially in that there are far fewer loyalist soldiers here. In fact, it is known to be a stronghold for the resistance, for the rebellion. And so as you make your way up and down, you see more than a few small groups of continental soldiers in seemingly very good spirits, drinking, making out in alleyways.
Nice.
With each other?
Yeah, sometimes.
Obviously.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I know, that's just so hot to picture. I wanted you to say it.
Are these Continental Army, or are we talking militias? Or no?
It looks like there's a little mix. Like it's mostly regimented Continental Army, like blue coats and stuff like that. But there's also some like Minutemen and.
Are there any green coats?
/ New Hampshire militia. Is there a New Hampshire militia here?
Both of you can roll me awareness.
Okay. I haven't been doing great, but I feel like it would be a shame if I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Fail.
You don't spot me.
All right, here we go.
Awareness, my fucking
awareness.
I got a 40 and I had to get it under a 42, so I guess.
Nice. You do spot a small rowdy group, maybe 3 or 4 Green Mountain boys, and like they're people that you recognize, right?
Oh shit!
Like it's like, I mean, you give me the names, right? But they're folks that you remember. Maybe you fought with them at Ticonderoga.
Well, I was just gonna start giving you some of the names I've been listing off this whole
Yep.
Okay, so can we have we'll have right here all together Marky, Ricky, Danny, and Terry.
Yep. And they're all standing there like, hey, Finn!
Marky! What's up?
Oh, come here. You gotta come drinking with us. Come on. Did you hear that we drove him out of Boston? We captured Boston. Well, it's gonna take some time to get them all out.
Yeah, you're still in Cambridge right now, right? You're not actually.
Yeah, but I mean, if I say we, I mean, everybody. It was like a group effort.
Hey, Maki, you gotta meet my friends. Yeah, everybody, come over here. This is Maki, Ricky, Danny, Terry. Over there's Zeke.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hi.
I told you about him. Yeah. This here's that is this one's Nessa, the one I told you about.
Oh, hi.
Sorry. Hi, honey. Hi.
Oh,
breaking my balls, Maki. And
I'm just breaking your balls.
And this is Sasha. She's the really smart one I told you about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi. You like books and shit?
I'm wicked smart.
Oh, she's
Did I say
wicked
that right?
smart.
Oh, she also speaks all the languages, so she's picking up on our dialect as well.
No shit.
All the shit.
And who's this in Legacy's Contentment?
This is a person who only recently I realized is a sex worker.
Oh,
this is
super.
Contentment Hussy.
Great. You're gonna have a busy night tonight.
Who told him?
I don't know.
I figured it out all on my own.
It was in the episode entitled Phineas Gets It.
Phineas Gets It.
When you say you figured it out on your own, she just gives you a really hard look and is just like, you know what? I don't want to know.
Marky pulls Phineas aside. He's
What's
like,
up,
hey,
Mike?
come here.
What's up?
Me and the boys are gonna go out drinking tonight. You don't got anywhere to be, do you?
Uh,
I mean, these people seem fine and everything, but like, don't see you'd have more fun with us.
I mean, that's definitely true because every time I hang out with them, like someone loses their fucking skin or something. But
what?
I mean, it's wrong.
Yeah, it's gross. I can explain, but I actually can't. It's like classified as some shit.
Oh, come on, Phineas. Well, you're too good for us now.
Maki, come on. No, look, no, I'm on an assignment. I'm on duty right now. I gotta think.
Sure.
To do.
All right. Yeah, you gonna fall down some stairs or what?
All right.
Hey, fuck you. No, I love you. Don't worry about it. No, fuck you.
Fuck you, but I love you. But you know what?
I love you.
I'm a little.
He hugs you. It's a very complicated relationship.
I hug him and I give him 3 pats on the back.
Oh, 3. All right.
It's a 3-patter. It's a 3-patter. Yeah.
But is it like a slow pat or is it like a clap
It's
on the
not
back pat?
It's not a pat and rub.
Okay.
It's just a really firm, manly pat.
All right. I want you to roll me a coordination. Just kidding. Don't.
Okay. Maki, why don't you come with us? I mean, we could use some backup.
Backup doing what?
Well, for this next thing we got to go do, we don't actually need you at all because we just got to go talk to our boss real quick.
Come and find me later. All right. He gives you the.
Where are you gonna be drinking?
He gives you the address of a pub in Cambridge.
What's the bar called?
Called the Mischievous Muskrat.
It's the best name. That's the best name. The Mischievous.
That's a lot of fucking syllables, Maki. I don't know if I'm gonna.
I can't even spell mischievous.
I don't even know what it means. Well, you gonna be there with Ricky, Danny, Terry? Hey,
yeah.
Listen, if you see fucking Brian, you let me know, okay?
Oh, you didn't hear? Brian got married.
Brian got fucking married?
He got married and ran away with some chick he met.
Really?
Yeah.
In the middle of the fucking war. Fucking
yeah.
Brian.
Fucking Brian.
Classic Brian. Well, man. Bear's trying to hit on fucking Nessa. Believe that shit.
I can see that.
What? You too? Come on, man. If anything, I expect fucking Maki's gonna be on my side.
All right, we gotta move. So, you say goodbye to which ones do we say goodbye to?
Maki, Ricky, Danny, and Terry.
Marky, Ricky, Danny, and Terry. Make your way to 2 on Brattle Street. And there is Brattle. What's the address? 105 Brattle Street. Something Brattle.
105 Brattle Street.
105 Brattle Street.
Gosh, said you're the best.
I take
every moment.
notes.
You sure do, and I appreciate that. So, you make your way to 105 Brattle Street, and it is a nice 2-story home. And when I say nice, I mean like it is a lovely colonial home. It's almost imposing in nature.
Wow, this is nice.
Yeah, there's a front door. It's right up against the street.
It's a real nice place. This is a real nice place.
If you're into that sort of thing.
No, I mean, like I like fancy buildings like this, you know. Has a little classy stuff.
Yeah, but they're all so fucking close together.
Yeah, I know. It's really weird. They're fucking close. It's like there's no alleyways. It kind of throws me off a bit. But what you gonna do? And he knocks on the front door.
Thank God.
Give me farmland, you know. Jeez.
The front door. There's a moment of silence, and then opened by Grace De Beers, who looks about as tired as all of you feel.
Hey, Grace, can we sleep in your living room?
Yes, it's good to see you too, Mr. Finley.
You're gonna be passive aggressive, Grace.
I am not trying to be passive aggressive. You have done me a great favor and service. So please, come inside. And she leads you to a sitting room that is not far away from the front entrance, but it's closed by these two large wooden sliding doors, like really old homes used to have, you know, in some places. And she says, "You have all done so much for our young nation, and the colonies owe you an incalculable debt. But there's someone who wants to meet you." And she flings the door open, and there, standing over a table, with considerable height that rivals maybe only Phineas's, is George Washington.
Here comes the general.
And
General?
that's where we'll take our break. We're,
What?
Yeah, so we'll take a break and we'll come back and have a little bit of a conversation and a wrap up.
I have
with
to make
George
a resolve
Washington.
test.
Yeah, I feel like Zika's like, holy shit, it's George Washington.
At least it wasn't
tucks in
Ethan
their
Allen,
shirts.
because that's a total party kill right there.
If it was Ethan Allen, I'd be dead. Yeah, absolutely.
You would just be.
Oh my god.
Everybody,
He died as he lived.
in chat, thank you for sticking
In
with
love
us.
with Ethan
We are
Allen.
gonna come back in just a little bit. We're gonna wrap up our season and do some other fun things in just a little bit when we return. But for now, let's take a 10-minute break. Go ahead and get some food or some beverage, whatever you need to do, and come back and join us in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Flames of Freedom. Our group is victorious, and the way that you know that they have proven themselves victorious over the threat of the Loyalist Army and the Freemasons and monsters and all this stuff is they have just entered a room where all of you come face to face with the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, George Washington, who is standing over a table that appears to be covered in maps. But as you enter, he looks up at each of you and he says,
"Oh shit! Mr. General Washington, sir. General Washington. General Washington. It's an honor to meet you. My name. Oh crap! I'm covered in gunpowder and blood, sir. I'm Ezekiel. I'm Ezekiel Brathwaite. A pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Brathwaite, I know who you are, and he
he like slaps like Sesame. He's like, "You're that. Put your hand down, idiot. He fucking knows me."
Private First Class Phineas Rutt, sir.
Yes, Private Rutt, of course. I know who you are as well.
He knows
he shakes. He does the thing where he's like, "Yeah," the celebrity thing where he's like, "Yep, okay," and he says, "I know who each of you are. Miss Hildegard," and he turns to Nessa and takes your hand in a very like I don't even know what the polite like, period accurate way would be, but that's the way he takes it, and he like takes it and then also he says, "And Miss Katsoros, of course, and Miss Hussey, is it?" Mrs. Hussey. My
but
apologies.
yes.
I'm not gonna let George Washington hit on me.
You don't know.
Extra. Come on.
He says, "I have good news for all of you. I suppose that if you are here, you have good news as well. But let's start with you. Did you have any trouble getting to Cambridge?"
Ooh.
Some.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Permission granted, Private Rutt.
We got attacked by a meat monster on the way, sir.
He looks at Grace, and Grace looks back at him and sort of like confirms your story with a nod.
Had no
a meat,
skin.
A meat
skin.
monster.
Yeah, no skin,
No
sir.
skin.
A monster with no skin. Just muscle, so meat monster for short.
I understand. Just out of nowhere?
On the bridge into Cambridge, sir. He was with Angela Patience Lansbury.
I wouldn't call it out of nowhere. I'm fairly certain that this individual has been dogging at our heels, if I may use that phrase. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
Grace speaks up and she says, Winchester, Harold Winchester.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or whatever was left of him.
Yeah.
Skin.
It's just a skin. Honestly.
Did you know that he had that many teeth?
Yeah, there was a lot of teeth in his body. Just.
I don't know what you mean, but this is good. This is music to my ears to hear that Winchester has been defeated. He and the Freemasons have been a thorn in our side for longer than I care to remember. You will no doubt be glad to hear and see, obviously, that our attempts to save General Washington from the assassination attempt were successful.
We're glad we can help. I mean,
Washington says, yes, I owe Miss De Beers my life, but according to her, I owe you our victory in Boston. Is that correct?
It was really Katie and Nessa's doing. We just made sure that they were able to do so.
I didn't do anything. Much.
Miss Katsoros, it is never only the responsibility of one person to do great things. You remember that it is infinitely better to have several good friends than many indifferent ones, and you all appear to be good at working together. Would you say this is fair?
That's a fair assessment, I would say.
Yeah, we get things done, sir.
Well, then in that case, I am happy to report to you that Boston is back in our hands. As soon as the Loyalists were able to see the guns on the cliff in Dorchester Heights, they quit the city as quickly as they could. This is, I fear, the start of something much larger. We have a war ahead of us, and it's only beginning now. But if Mr. Beers tells me the truth, and I trust her, then there's something even greater at hand, which could be used by either side of the conflict for good or for ill. You have seen, as you said, these meat men?
Meat monsters. Yeah, meat monsters.
Yes.
What, are we going to get some of our own meat monsters to use against them?
No.
I thought that was the thing you were... excuse me.
No, I'm not offering you meat monsters, but merely expressing my gratitude. You see, I'm still in the early stages of planning this, but I am organizing a group of individuals, not quite a secret force, but a quiet one, who may be able to confront these terrors before they stand in the way of the revolution as a whole. You see, if the greater populace knew about these supernatural beings, demons, devils, whatever, it may cause panic in the streets. And as you know, a revolution is won in hearts and minds. It is not won solely on the battlefields. And if people were to panic, they may give up the cause entirely.
True.
And so
we don't tell anybody, sir?
Well, let us just say...
But do you mean panic because of what's going on with these monsters? Because frankly, if I know about them and I've encountered them in just life, I mean, I haven't exactly been working with this crew for very long, then there's a good chance that there are plenty of other people that know about them, right?
True. Our young nation, the colonies, are populated with all kinds of people. Some have the will to resist such things, but as I'm sure you've experienced, some find their will breaking in the face of things they do not understand.
Yep.
Yeah,
in the face of the suggestion that there is more to creation than we know of.
Mr. General Washington, sir, what exactly does that have to do with, what we did, though? Do you just, like, Constance said, you just not want us to tell anyone? Because I feel like this is kind of stuff that should be passed around and open knowledge to, not to everyone, but to at least some groups of people.
Yes, I understand. I'm afraid that I have to, let us say, deal with some bureaucracy first. And on that note, Private Rat.
Yeah, sir.
Would you mind joining me in the other room for just a moment? We'll return before long.
Looks at everyone like,
go.
Yes, sir. Of course, absolutely.
So we're gonna have a little split scene here. And first, I want to stay in the room with everybody else. There's this weird silence that hangs in the air after this giant of a man, both like physical stature, but also like he has this presence, right? That great leaders tend to have.
Holy shit, guys. Am I right?
If I had known we were meeting the general today, I would have begged off an hour to clean up.
Wow. Oh, boy.
That was not expected, that's for sure.
No.
I didn't think we'd ever get to meet him.
It's the last person I think I'd meet, and anywhere.
Oh, no, you don't think so. You don't think that this is Grace speaking up, and you turn out, you realize she's seated by like a window seat, and she's seated next to Katie Gold. They're just sitting there sort of watching all of this unfold. And she says, I do not think you realize the magnitude of what you have accomplished. Some people go through life without even leaving their home, without leaving the farm they grow up on, and let alone seeing a ghoul or changing the tide of a war. Do you not think you have accomplished something great?
I don't, but
I mean,
I also really haven't done a whole lot.
Well, Miss Hussey, there's always more to do. Yes, Mrs. Hussey, I apologize. There's always more to accomplish and more opportunities, and greatness lies in the willingness to say yes when confronted with such things. Your grandfather, your papu, Saoirse, Miss Saoirse.
Yes?
Your grandfather was one of these men to say yes to great things.
How do you mean?
I thought it would be obvious by now. Is your grandfather and I've how to say pen pals? Yes, we exchanged correspondence back and forth. He was a great asset to me, and when I need something translated, he would do it. He'd never asked for more than what was fair in recompense. He did it out of a sense of duty, out of doing what is right. Did you not know him to be a man such as this?
I know him to be an honorable and forthright man. He did not speak of his work usually.
Well, even the greatest of us are known to keep some secrets. Oh, that reminds me, I have a secret. And she reaches into her waistcoat and pulls out a letter sealed in wax and hands it to Saoirse. She's like, this arrived this morning here to this very house. You may want to read it. It is to you.
Open it up.
Open it up, and there you see your grandfather's, your papu's handwriting, which you know very well.
How did he...
Again, a resourceful man.
I beg your pardon. Give me a moment to read this, if you don't mind.
You skim it over, and it says, he addresses you. It's not addressed to Saoirse. It's addressed to a name that only you and he share. Like a name that a parent calls a child or a grandparent calls a child.
It says Kuklamu.
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 My little doll.
Mm-hmm.
That's
fucking adorable. And it says, when I came here to this country, as you know, I wanted to do good things. I wanted to help people share knowledge and understanding. I quickly became aware that there are forces at work who work against this. And today you have proven yourself to be on the right side of history and blood of my blood. And he says, if what I hear is correct, I have so much to be proud of. Please forgive me for hiding things from you. But when you return home, hopefully soon, we will speak. And it's signed, your beloved Papu. And then at the bottom is the symbol of the Knights Templar. Elsewhere in the room, Katie Gold has sat down next to Nessa, and she says, how are your eyes?
Just that
no problems? Oh, good.
No.
I was worried that maybe when the fog dissipates, that there would be an issue, but that's good. I'm glad you're well. Did
Yeah.
I ever tell you why Grace brought me into this whole situation?
No.
And she, like, you can tell what she means when she says we. She says, but we are a part of dying people. When Winchester got word of what Grace hoped to accomplish, he sent soldiers through the city, killing mages, hedge witches, even those with no experience in magic, just based on a rumor. I don't know how many of us are left, but I see you exploring this part of yourself. I've seen you use it in dire circumstances. I just want you to know that you're not alone. And she sort of like touches your hand again. Says, don't be afraid to learn and grow in your power. I feel like days are coming when you'll need to use it.
Well, if I can use it to help, that's what I'm gonna do.
I know you will. How do you... She looks around at the other folks in the room and she says, do you ever feel like their mother?
Yes. And sometimes not as well. It's kind of strange.
How does
I mean,
that...
I don't know. I mean, they don't treat me all that different, but I feel responsible for them, so there's that. How can you not? I mean, they're all so precious. I gotta protect them.
I suppose, yes. And they protect you, I imagine, too.
Oh, they do. Yes. They're all very strong. In and out.
Well, she hands you a small piece of paper and she says, wherever your journey takes you next, please write to me. I don't know what the postal service, not postal service, is there a postal service back then? I don't know what correspondence will be like in the coming months.
There would have been couriers, so yeah, not an official postal service, but there are definitely messengers.
Thank you, Anna. She says, I don't know what correspondence will be like in the coming months or years, but know that you have a friend in Boston, at least when I get back there.
I will. Yeah. Please stay safe, okay?
Well, you as well. And we cut to the kitchen. There is like a large butcher block island in the middle, right? And Phineas is standing on one end of it, like with a rod up his ass. And George Washington is standing at the other end, only slightly shorter than Phineas, but he feels taller.
So much bigger.
You're right, like.
Oh my God, Phineas is cowering practically.
Phineas stands there, maybe for the first time ever at a loss for words. Washington is quiet for a moment and then says, Corporal Rutt, tell me about what happened at Ticonderoga.
Private first class. Excuse me, sir. Unless I've got a battlefield promotion I didn't know about.
What happened at Ticonderoga?
Right, okay. Ticonderoga, sure. We arrived under cover of darkness under General Allen and General Arnold. And, well, honestly, sir, I've heard some conflicting stories about this one, so I'm not totally sure, but the story I heard, and do please correct me if I'm wrong, sir, is that no one actually told General Allen or General Arnold to take Ticonderoga. They just kind of did it. and we all kind of just went with him. I don't know if that you don't have to say anything, but yeah, we all kind of. I was just drinking in a bar, honestly, and then these guys come through the town in Rutland, and they're like knocking on doors, like, "Hey, we're calling out the militia. We're gonna go take a fort." And I came along with them, and next thing I know, I'm at Ticonderoga, and well, General Allen, pretty much, sir, just marched up to the door, knocked on, and demanded the base's surrender, and that was pretty much that.
We see now that as you're telling the story at this point about the surrender, like he's giggling just a little bit, like under his breath, at like the humor of it, you know. That like, yeah. But you can proceed unless you want to interrupt George Washington.
I let him completely finish giggling.
It's not like he just gives a little like that.
Yeah, noble victory, sir. And well, yeah. So then we had orders to clear the whole out. To clear out the whole fort, get all the arms out of there and all of the armaments and ammunition, and take all the captives. And I was escorting a British prisoner out of the barracks when he pushed me. Shoulder check, kind of. You know?
Is that honest? Go.
No.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
You are lying to His Highness George Washington.
You're basically lying to God.
You have 2 coins. He's rolling a scrutinize check.
I got a 41, and where did I put my deception?
Oh, sorry, not deception, because that's not a skill here. It would be
guile or something.
Guile.
I got a 41. I had to get a 41. So
you feel successful. It feels natural to tell this lie, but Washington is watching you.
He's always watching you.
And so he pushed you down the stairs?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Big guy. Huge guy.
And
bigger than me.
You were injured, and that's how you received your medal.
Yes, sir. Took a knock right here on the old noggin. And yes, for that I was awarded a battlefield commendation in the form of a Purple Heart, sir.
Phineas.
Yeah, yes, General.
You feel his eyes like boring into you. Do you feel as though you deserve this medal that you earned at Ticonderoga?
No, sir, I do not.
And why not?
Because the Purple Heart is a commendation for battlefield injuries, and I tripped on my bootlaces and fell down a flight of stairs, sir.
I see. Do you think a medal changes a person, Corporal Rutt?
It certainly changes a person in the eyes of his peers, sir.
Suppose what I'm asking is, what comes first? The hero or the medal? The position or the commendation?
Well, you got to be a hero to get the medal, I suppose. So the hero comes first.
The actions make the officer, not the commission. There's more expected from a soldier than just their title, yes?
Certainly, sir. It's not just a rank. It's not just a insignia, a chevron, whatever. It's a set of responsibilities and expectations.
In that case, I have this. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small metal disc the size of a $50. It's made out of some sort of dark bronze something. And it has a profile of a man on it. And he's wearing like, the man's wearing glasses, like kind of like Phineas does. Wait, does Phineas wear glasses or it's just Colin?
Yeah, he does. Phineas does. Yeah.
And he says, "I apologize. We had never met, and we had to guess at the likeness." Phineas, I present to you the first ever Comitia Americana medal. We've only started to produce them now. They are meant for American heroes, those who celebrate our independence. And you have proven yourself to be such a person. But this is both a recognition of the man you are and a promise for the person you are yet to be. You see, as he like puts this into your hand and like folds your fingers over it to like grasp it tightly, he says, "You see, I would like nothing more than to put your friends into a small group of reliable individuals to combat the unseen forces at work during this coming war. But I cannot do that under the auspices or under the leadership of a private. It just won't be done. And so, Corporal Rutt, as I've said, it's my hope that you will lead them into the coming battle. And yes, that is a battlefield promotion."
To Corporal.
To Corporal.
Right. Oh, thank you, sir. Sir, the last few days have been the strangest and most frightening of my entire life, far and away. But I've learned a hell of a lot about myself. Oh, pardon my language, sir. I've learned a heckin' lot about myself, sir, and really learned who my friends are, and who the real fighters are, and who the real revolutionaries are. And I didn't earn that medal at Ticonderoga, sir, but do they give generals medals, sir? Because you've bled for the revolution more than I have. And he takes the Purple Heart out of his jacket. You gave me a medal. You should have one yourself. Come on. What's fair?
He like looks at it and then just like does a little head tilt, and then smiles. He says, "Very well. You may not feel as though you deserve this, but," and he points at the Comitia Americana, which was the first medal printed, started in 1776. And says, "But you've earned this one. Come." And he leads you back into the other room. And as they enter, he says, "Presenting Corporal Phineas Rutt."
Congratulations, Corporal Rutt.
Congratulations.
Oh my.
I got a medal.
Now,
Another.
I believe we have
Traded it in. We'll talk about it later.
we have dinner coming, food on the way. But before we do that, let me ask a peculiar question. How do we feel about elocution and public speaking?
Love it.
Very confident.
I'm pretty good at it.
In what language?
That
I
is
do Welsh.
He says, "I am entrusting into the care of the 5 of you." And he looks at Contentment to make sure that she knows that she's included in this. He says, "I am entrusting into your care the newborn country we are attempting to birth. There are threats unimaginable all across the colonies that stand in its way. I'm charging you to seek them out. We will have contacts, information passed along to help you along the way. To find these and to stamp them out, and if anything else, to learn what they have to do with the other forces, other societies, the Freemasons, the Rosicrucians, even this Mandoag, which we have heard about.
This is where my history brain butts up against my Flames of Freedom brain, because George Washington was quite famously a Freemason. So...
Right.
Do any of us know that?
Anna, history time.
Yes. Boom. Yeah. All right. Here it is. At this point, though, there's a massive schism between the Freemasons that are led by the British Lodge that are loyalistic and all like the Americans shouldn't have their own leaders. And then there is the American branch that doesn't want anything to do with
all of that
the
information available
half
in
of it.
Flames of Freedom, but from Andrews McMeel Publishing in the section on secret societies. He says, now, speaking of lesser known groups.
We need more spies.
Congratulations. You are a social club.
A social club?
Yes. You are going to be a social club whose cover is to promote elocution and learning. You will improve members' skills of composition, criticism. You will present speeches and debates at your monthly meetings.
Am I going to be like a fucking professor? Oh, sorry.
And then, in between, you will be addressing the threats, both ideological and supernatural, which hold the power to bring a halt to the revolution and any chance we have at freedom. So, what do you say? Are you all on board?
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, I didn't want to help this country for a bit, but you know what? After what happened recently, this threat is affecting all of us, so of course.
Where do I sign?
I'm glad to hear it. I've already established a headquarters for you. I hope you don't mind traveling to New York City.
Wait, what? Wait.
We're going to fucking New York City?
New York City?
Yes, but remember, New York is not as friendly as, say, Cambridge or even Boston at this point. There are many forces at work there.
Yeah, it's full of lobsters, sir.
Yeah. It is. But what better place to root out the rotten lobster than in the pot itself?
Gentlemen and a scholar.
That's a good saying there. I'm gonna quote you on that, George.
So I've already
call him General Washington.
I've already done the taken the liberty of registering your group under a name, and so since you are to be the mothers of a great nation, you will be henceforth known as the Tamer Society.
No, wait.
Can you say that again?
Tamer Society. Tamere.
Looks to Saoirse like...
Saoirse. When you hear this, you know that in the Arabic and Turkish roots, it could come from Tamir, meaning a strong, upstanding soldier, one who fights for freedom. But in the French, ta mère means fuck your mother.
Oh, then I would know that. So you know what? In that
she
case,
turns red and puts a hand over her mouth and just
like Zeke just goes.
And like a little like half smile creeps across George Washington's face as if he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. Right?
Fuck
and
your mother.
And that's kind of where we'll leave it as dinner is served. What are the last things we see in this house as you all sit around the table together? Let's have a little pan around the table. We'll start with Grace and Elizabeth, who are laughing and chatting. Move down the table to Phineas. Phineas, what's the last thing we see from Phineas?
He's got his medal out, and it's on the table in front of him, and he's like elbowing Nessa, trying to get her to look at the the likeness to see how close it actually is. Trying to get her opinion. I think they get pretty close. Pretty good approximation for like not actually knowing what I look like. I mean, it's all right. And shoveling down, splitting an eel pie. Yeah, splitting an eel pie.
Yeah. And we move down to Nessa. Nessa, Phineas is trying to like show off this medal to you. What's Nessa doing?
Nessa is nodding and thing, and I think the last thing you maybe say is she grabs his hand and just gives it a squeeze.
I love it. We move down the table to Contentment. What's Contentment doing? She is kind of she's been independent for so long. And she's surrounded by all these other folks.
I think that I've been sitting near to Grace Katie, and I think Contentment has kind of been just fiddling with the tiny little pouch around her neck for most of the meal. At some point between Grace and Katie, she bag and she pulls out 2 tiny little locks of hair. One very light, fair, corn silky looking, and one darker, black, curly. And she turns to Grace and Katie and says, well, if I'm on my way to New York, that means I will have less time here to finish the business that I came here to do. Do you think that you could help me find them?
Grace says, yeah, I have considerable contacts within the city, and once the smoke is cleared, so to speak, I'd be happy, more than happy, to put them to use. And Katie says, I'll help too, as much as I can. You know where to find you. And you never know, they could be out there somewhere.
Could be.
And we pan down to Ezekiel.
Ezekiel is sitting at the table, sitting next to Cersei, and he's actually trying to do his best to work on his speaking skills. Work on his speech skills. He's being told he has to perform speeches in front of people, and he is actually reciting poems that he remembers and to her. And they're like not even romantic poems. They're not romantic poems. Don't get your hopes up.
But it is romantic.
They are like the most. They range from nonsensical, like dirty limericks, but he's trying to say them in such a way that he sounds like eloquent and well spoken.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Yeah, he says it like that. There once was a man from Nantucket who took a trip upon a bucket.
And then we pan to Saoirse.
She's laughing openly, and she is giving her attention to Zeke, but also like she has one hand with the letter under the table. And
I'm sorry, Wally, you need to finish that limerick. I'll give you a chance to finish.
He says, there once was a man from Nantucket who took a trip over a bucket. Down the hill he rolled, into shit he told, and now he just says fuck it. How was that, Cersei? Was that great? Huh? I did my best, I did the eloquence thing. I did the whole rolling of the tongue thing,
all that stuff.
All that fucking good language shit. I'm sorry, General Washington. That good language crap.
And he raises a toast, and we see the camera pull back through a window out into the chilly February night in Cambridge, Massachusetts, as you all relax and think about what's to come as you fight the unseen forces in the world. And we fade to black. And then we fade back up. We're in a room the washroom of a darkened house, as it's after nightfall here as well. Candlelight flickers in the reflection of a mirror, making the shadows dance throughout our vision. A young woman enters, and her face is momentarily lost in shadow, but when she approaches the mirror, we can see that it's Mary Pullman, the young woman you rescued several weeks ago.
Oh.
Blast from the
Wow.
She looks into the mirror
past.
and appears to be lost in thought, and maybe she's thinking about that boy whose coat she wears. Or maybe she's thinking about the city of Boston. Or maybe she's thinking about something else that she's lost. Because her face falls for a moment in sadness. But it passes. She smiles again and walks away. But our view stays on the mirror, and for one small, brief moment, down the mirror trails a trickle of blood, which then vanishes. And that's where we'll end season 1 of Flames of Freedom here on InfiniteRP. And so for all of you who are following along, we're so excited to say that we're definitely going to be coming back. We think sometime in January, we are going to be back with season 2 of Flames of Freedom. And I am so excited to see what happens when that takes off with the Tamer Society, a group dedicated to fighting the supernatural and any opposition to the American Revolution. And so we're hoping that everyone in the cast will be back. I think everyone will be there, but just to be sure, we're going to go around and we are going to talk to each of our friends. Please tell us who you are, where we can find you, and just any sort of reflection you've got on this whole season, because I had a blast. So let's start with the man on my right, Corporal Phineas Rutt, Palanomicon.
Corporal.
Shit.
Fucking Corporal. That was cool. I love that we created the X-Files at the end. Basically, we became.
Imagine
Revolutionary
ye
X-Files.
old monster of the week, right?
Ye oldie monster of the week. Yeah. Which
Monster of
Monster-
the week.
Ah,
Hey.
I could not be any more here for that concept. That's like Revolutionary War era X-Files is the dopest thing I've ever heard. I'm so here for that.
That's where I'd like to see that next season come. So everyone come back and check it out, Revolutionary X-Files.
Revolutionary X-Files. I am so here for this. I'm very, very excited. That was a very, very fun ending. I got both kill shots, I think. All like with Phineas. Like the one thing I know I can do with Phineas is just hitty, smashy, stabby, shooty. Like that always will be fun for me. I actually designed this character this way because in almost every single game I play, let me just put it this way: there are very few systems where I really genuinely enjoy the combat. I'm just not a huge combat guy in any system. Zweihander's pretty good. I like the way Zweihander does things.
Moves fast.
It moves pretty quick. It's one of the better ones. But it's just not my forte. And I particularly don't like combat, whereas, as often happens to my characters, I suck at it on top of me not enjoying the mechanics. I'm just shitty at it. So I was like, what if I just make a character who's just super good at killing stuff, and then I'll just handle all the roleplay stuff myself. I purposely made him bad at like all roleplay related skills, like anything involving guile and talking and being remotely intelligent. But I knew that could be fun to play, so I'll just like kind of, make sure that he kills stuff and then have fun with him being a big dum-dum otherwise. And I love the boy. He had some. Well, thank you first of all for giving him an opportunity for a very big moment at the end there with General Washington and having to finally fess up about lying about what happened at Ticonderoga. I was hoping he would get a chance like that to kind of come clean at some point, because it's been.
And even though it's in private, I mean, it's with somebody that he respects so immensely, right?
He basically Yeah, he basically confessed his sins directly to God. So he's totally set. Yeah.
And then it feels like he's gone through a transformation, right? He's kind of gone, like, if you want to go back to the whole God thing of like he's got a new name, right? He's corporal.
Yeah. Yeah. He is born again, if you will.
Yeah, if you will.
And now he has a purpose. Washington told him he's, suited for this job and for this new role. And I think Phineas identified himself very, very strongly as a Green Mountain Boy and as a member of the militia. And then he earned a medal that he didn't actually earn, got discharged from the army, and he hasn't really felt like he's had much of a purpose since then. He's just been going along with whatever people tell him to do. And now he has an assignment. He has a mission, an actual new mission in life, and a new way to serve his country. So he's quite content right now.
I'm so glad. I won't take that segue, but I will go down to Wally just below you. Wally, tell me, hold on, Colin, who are you? Where can we find you? What else you have going on?
I'm Colin at Colonomicon on Twitter. And
you are.
Twitch. There's nothing on my Twitch right now because I've been on a break. That's right. I totally forgot. This is the last stream. If you've watched me stream in the last year, it's been from this seat right here in this room, and this is the last stream I will ever do from this room because I'm moving tomorrow. If you've seen my streams, you're familiar that there's a bathroom right behind this curtain. It's actually pretty freaking convenient, to be honest with you. But I'm moving tomorrow. So I am going to. I'll be moving. I'm gonna have a whole new stream setup, and then once I get everything settled down, I can get back to doing cool stuff on my channel. And the first thing on the docket right now is 7th Sea. That's the next show I have coming up. So there will be Gender Chaos Pirates on a game of 7th Sea on my channel. The other thing is that I'm half of a game company. The other half is down there. That's Anna. The name of our company is Six String Games. You can follow us on Twitter at SixStringRPG, and we're working on a game called Big Damn Heroes that we decided belatedly to do a complete system revision of. So it's a little bit
counterpoint. We decided at exactly the right time that we created a brand new system, and it's fucking awesome.
It's really cool, and
can't wait to see it.
And it's gonna be super fun to play.
I'm really proud of it.
Love it. It's gonna be great. So be on the lookout for that, and that's where you can find me.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you for being a part of this. Phineas is dear to my heart.
Love you, boo.
Love you, boo. Wally. Down below there. Same goes to you and to Ezekiel and all his tropey romance. And I love him so much. Who are you? Where can we find you? What else do you have going on? What's a memory you'll take with you? Whatever you want to talk about.
Well, let me just do my introductions or outros, whatever you want to say it. You can find me on Twitter at WALLE. Wally132, just like a cute little Disney robot. You can just find me there talking about my brain stuffs and just spouting stuff out on the internet at random. Maybe post a thirst pic or two, who knows. Tomorrow you can find me over at Super Chillin' doing another session of Armory Wars. A nice fun, I see what y'all are doing behind me. A nice fun TTRPG
talking about your thirst pics.
Cambria universe. It's so much fun. I mean, the cast is great. I highly suggest you guys check it out. It's a great, great show. And then the day after that, it'll be season 2 of our 2-part episode of Queers over at Friends Who Roll Dice. You love Super Sentai? Do you love Power Rangers? Do you love to support queer culture? Well, guess what? You can watch all of that and do all of that. So check out Queers over at Friends Who Roll Dice. I'm there. I'm playing a young kid who's also the Red Ranger. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It's awesome. How about Ezekiel?
Oh boy, I wasn't, to be honest, I really wasn't sure where I was going to be going with this character because I've never done like a historical TTRPG. I kind of like shied away from them for the longest because just history isn't my jam. So it's like it's very hard for me to role play something I have little to no interest in. But when I heard about this game, I wanted to try it out because it sounded interesting. And so then when you approached me with it, I was like, oh, yeah, let me try this. Let me play this game. And let me tell you something. I did not expect to be playing Revolutionary War Han Solo. I did not expect that. And it's not even like a thing of like, oh, he feels out of place kind of thing. No, it's just Revolutionary War Han Solo, and it works for him. It works very well for him.
It works for all of us.
Yeah.
That's like Wally. That's like the one trope that you guys missed was the Han Solo, Princess Leia, I call you princess until we fall in love trope. That was
the one we were missing.
You didn't give her shit. You didn't give her the same level of Han Solo shit. Yeah, princess.
I didn't give her enough shit, but
no, you gave the perfect level of shit.
Yeah, I gave a nice level. I didn't like dig the heels. But, oh no, but yeah, like shout outs to the Sid just for being such a great person to role play that whole relationship off with. It's like we were just bam back and forth with like the whole like planning out about it. It's like, yeah, let's do this, and now you see how where it ended up. I also just really love the fact that we are X-Files. That's so awesome.
We're now the X-Files.
Yeah, that is just so awesome, and I'm really excited to see the location because it's old New York. It's a city that is just on the rise, and that is also like such a perfect setting for something like this. So like whenever you play a video game and use and it like suddenly shifts into an open world setting, and they try to maintain whatever linear storyline it is, you always end up in some kind of city that is freshly on the rise, but not a popular city yet, but it is still building up. So all of these secret societies can just move right in and do what they do, and no one will care because no one will really notice them. And that's what it really feels like. It has that big feeling of like, oh, we are in the DLC content. Let's go.
We are in the DLC content.
But yeah, I am very excited for this.
It's really good. Really high replay value. Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to see him lean into the whole orator role of public speaking, because he actually has a very high fellowship and he has a bunch of skills that are made for public speaking. So
it's really never have it as a front for a lot of his characters.
Because like heck, his third if he gets a third trait, he may end up taking like an orator or public speaker occupation. So yeah.
I mean that's what Phineas did.
Yeah, I'm a firebrand.
Yeah,
you are. Hey, let's keep moving. First of all, Wally, I love you. Thank you for being a part of this.
All right.
You are the best. Anna.
Hi.
Area 941. Who is not only a fantastic role player and part of Six String Games and just a really cool person, but also worked on this book. And you didn't really get a chance to play it that much because you were so busy.
Ever. I did not get a chance to play it ever.
So here you are, and I'm so glad. Who are you? Where can we find you? What is your takeaway? Are you excited that hopefully you'll be full-time cast member in January?
Yes, I'm very excited by that because this has been really fun to get to play with all of y'all. Like I've gotten to play with Colin and Wally a lot, and that's great, but never really gotten to play longer term with Kate or Sid before. And then Justin, obviously, you and I have been playing Zweihander together off and on since the very beginning of playtesting Flames of Freedom, which is just a wild sentence to say out loud. So hell yeah, of course I'm excited, and thank you all so much for having me as a guest on this season. It really meant a lot. I'll kind of reverse order of the questions that you asked. Contentment Hussy was actually based off of an ancestor of mine. That was her real name. A lot of the other stuff that I made up about her for this game was fictionalized, but it was just really cool, and that was one of the things that I liked about playing the game, because like I worked on this for so long. Like it's still going on now. It was like a year to actually ship this as a game, and it's still continuing with all the other content that we're making for Flames of Freedom. But like getting to play it and get to make a character that was like that degree of customizable and have that flexibility like built into the system was just really cool for me. And it was really amazing for the episodes that I wasn't in to watch y'all play and see what you had fun with, what you played around with, what made you go, oh, and all that kind of thing. I really, really enjoyed that because I spent so much time working on this, and it's still just wild to see people play the game that you worked on. So yeah, as for where you can find me, I'm at Nymeria941, most places on the internet. I also stream here on Twitch, been taking a little bit of a break myself, but I'm looking into getting back into that. I mostly stream narrative games and go off on weird random tangents. Like Colin said, I'm the other half of Six String Games. We make games together. Big Damn Heroes is the first, but certainly not the last of the games that we make. And yeah, definitely give us a follow if you want to hear about what we're working on. In addition to Flames of Freedom, which you can get really soon from game stores, I make other games with Zweihander, including a new adventure that's coming out. It's called The Two Lodges. It's made by some really amazing people, myself, Sean, and Irene from Grim and Perilous Library. So the game that you just saw everybody play is actually included in the core rules of Flames of Freedom, but we came up with another campaign that we wrote. So if you just want more flames and more freedom and more secret societies, check it out. Oh yeah, where else can you find me? I am a cast member on Cast of Many Things. We just wrapped our final recording session on our podcast called How to Princess, where we are all princesses that like solve mysteries like why did all the colors get sucked out of the world and what's up with the second moon in the sky. I'm the dead princess in that. She's literally dead. She's a little skeleton girl that has a magical crown of never-ending Halloween candy. So if you're into weird, absurd storytelling and stuff like that, check us out. And on Thursdays, I stream on Chromatic Chimera. We're playing City of Mist right now. All of our characters have a real-life myth or legend living inside of them. So over there, I play Bonnie, who lives. So if you like mythology and spotting mythology Easter eggs, check it out. And that's me.
Dope. That's great. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to see Contentment next season and get more depth to her and see what she comes up with. Let us go next to our good friend Kate Madison, who is obviously very tired as our resident British person who we apologize to every week for being mad at English people.
No, you guys know more about the whole history thing that I feel like I should know about. It's really interesting. I feel like I'm getting some history lessons at the same time. But yeah, hi everyone, Kate Madison, sometimes known as Actors at Work on the socials, but here on Twitch it's just Kate Madison, or on YouTube, Kate Madison. Yes, come check me out. I play on Twitch too often. Like I spend my life there or in bed, pretty much. So if you wanna come and join me over there, you can. I'm not always playing myself either. Most of the time I'm not. But yeah, it's been really, really, really fun. I find it hard to hold it together most of the time in scenes, as most people could probably tell. It's been really interesting playing Nessa, like playing a character. Like, I think this is the first RPG that where I pretty much, well, I think my first D&D, but that was like my choice to roll to sort of like discover a character. But this one was really interesting, rolling for each little thing and just sort of building a character that way and then going, cool, okay, what do I do with this now? Like, that was actually really interesting, and sort of seeing what comes out of that sort of, you plant all the seeds in a way and then you're seeing what's coming out. So that's been really exciting, and I look forward to seeing how that plant will grow more. We'll keep the analogy going. But yeah, I think it's an interesting one, especially trying something that's sort of new in the whole magic thing. Even though I didn't use it loads, we did do a lot of eye gouging instead. But you know, who's going to complain about that? So I'm interested to see it as we sort of level up and things, how that can come into play more, how mothery she's going to, like, how the balance of the mothery thing and the part of the group, like, the, you know, because sometimes you sort of feel out of it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, you know, where that balance lies of that sort of status thing and all the mother figure, you know. So I don't know, but like, you know, it makes a lot of sense as well with the whole healing thing, and that she is sort of trying to sort of take care of everyone. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, and whatever is happening with Finn or slash Bear slash whoever we see next season. I mean, both. I mean,
¿Por qué no los dos?
Just made Flames of Freedom /fiction a thing, and it's okay.
Saxophone.
It's all good.
Flames on the
reason,
flames. Woo! Get those flames. Stoke that fire. Come on. Yeah. So that will be interesting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where it all goes. And I'm excited.
Hand.
I did. I thought I'd throw that in there at the end.
Revolutionary era smut, though, when you think about it.
Yeah,
Basically
significant hand touching.
That is, very
I
intimate.
considered touching his knee. I thought, no, maybe we'll go for the hand.
Start slow. We're working
Come
on
on,
it.
yeah.
I mean,
The under the table knee
not
thing might have been a little bit much.
You're not
forward.
Come on.
Yeah. But she's 46 years of age, so she's clearly been around. Like, I really probably should think about
the age dynamic is fantastic.
The age dynamic is quite extreme.
It's a little graduate situation, yeah.
It's a little bit graduate, but I don't know. I still haven't quite decided what her thoughts are on it. She still might just consider him sort of like, a lad that she's trying to take care of. So we'll see. We'll see next season. Will they? Won't they? That's always the fun.
Starts.
Kate, we love you. Thank you for being a part of this.
Kate. Thank you for playing along
You're
with
great.
us.
Yes, I love it. I love it always.
Christina said, "How are you, my friend? And did you have fun? And what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?"
Okay.
I don't know, all this stuff.
All of those things. Okay. I'm good.
Good.
I feel well, I feel like January can't come soon enough because I need to know all of these things. Oh my God, you can't throw these things at me and then not tell me for several months.
I can and will, and it was so much fun to do that.
No, I have to know these things, which is exactly why I like playing a character like Saoirse and being able to really put that together because I am exactly the same. I must know everything, and if I don't, I kind of freak out, and it's okay. It was an absolute pleasure to be able to put a character like this together. Sort of in a polar opposition of what Colin said. I love putting together a character that it's like, can they fight? Maybe. But everything else, I got you, fam. I got you. We're good. Every language, check.
Swing a bag full of books.
Schmooze, check. Hit you over the head with a bag of books. I got you. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure.
I think Saoirse's gonna flourish in New York City.
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna be
I
really amazing.
I feel like Saoirse has big Rachel Weisz and the Mummy vibes. For when
Yes. Yes.
As if we all didn't have
Which
a
is
crush on
perhaps
her
why
already.
we all find Saoirse to be the most wonderful. No other reason.
no other reason at all.
Definitely nothing else.
No other reason.
Definitely not. No. Oh man.
Yeah.
She's going to get a chance to really, like, she's traveled obviously, like, for work with her papu, but like this is really the first like this is like, oh my God, like I've graduated high school and now I'm going away to college and like, okay,
She's doing a
like,
semester abroad.
I'm doing a semester abroad. Let's check out New York City with all my friends. It's going to be
all of
very
a sudden
exciting.
in season 2, Saoirse talks like that.
I already had X-Files.
The city really got to her.
I had an X-Files, but now I'm gonna add a dash of Sex in the City in there.
X-Files 90210.
But yo, we got to make our way back to Pennsylvania because need to have a serious conversation with Papu. Like,
With your
what the
fucking
fuck,
Templar
Papu?
Papu.
Templar bullshit. What is this? What is going on? Do I have to hunt down my grandfather? What is this?
What a twist.
What a tweet.
Or
What a
is it your grandfather at all? It is.
Oh, okay, good. Really
Sid, where can we find you? What else do you have going on?
you
Give
can
us all
find
the
me.
things that's going on GK Nights.
Oh my God. Okay. I'll give you all the ones
dash.
that I'm doing. So you can mainly find me on game nights. That's kind of my home channel. If I'm not here. On Thursdays, I run a fantastic game of Good Society. I won't tell you the full title. It takes a full 30 seconds.
Appreciate
it gets
that.
longer each season. It's amazing. Fridays we play, we just finished Cypher. We've now switched over to Fate, sort of sci-fi cyberpunk goodness called Neon Souls. It's awesome. Every other Saturday, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type game, also with Fate, called Star Power.
yes, absolutely. Have a big black hole anima that fucks with time. It's great. And on Sundays, we're about to finish our Nordic horror racing game, which is a lot of fun. And, definitely I got some smooches in that one. Spoilers. So,
Saoirse, I'm calling you by your character name. Sid, you didn't say Vazen the way you normally say
I'm so sorry. I mispronounced Vazen.
The highlight of my week is hearing you say that, so I can't let it go.
It's amazing. Yeah, so of course I got ships everywhere I could. I will always get them. But one of my all-time favorites is with Wally. Thank you for being an amazing shipping partner. It's been so much fun. That's really been a joy. It's been an absolute joy. Get you a ship partner like Wally, y'all, or just ask Wally to be your ship partner because they're really good at it. So. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Sid. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm Doc Rimbo. I've been your historian. You can find me here on Twitch as Doc Rimbo, on Twitter. Every Thursday night, I'm right here on InfiniteRP, where we play our D&D 5e adventure, The Lost City of Vedronis. We recently emerged from a big bad fight to find out that the world has changed a little bit and there's zombies everywhere. It's not great. But you can come and check us out Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be great. You should just tell all your friends. And we'll be back. I'm so excited for a second season of this, and I'm so excited for Monster of Ye Week, and just all the sort of like stuff we're going to do. It's going to be pretty fun. There's lots of fun monsters to use. Speaking of which, we want to give a special thanks to Zweihander, Andrews McNeil, Daniel Fox, everyone who is involved in Flames of Freedom. Flames of Freedom is available everywhere on October 12th. And it is so good. First of all, every week, I don't know why this is so appealing to me. Look how big she is. Okay.
She thick with 2 C's.
Yeah, she's thick.
3
She real
C's.
thick.
3 C's. She's almost 700 pages. She gets that 30.
Yeah, she's thicker than a bowl of
Just for
oatmeal.
fun, I'm gonna take some of this out. I mean, she's got a big old map in the back of the whole of all the colonies, which I can take out and hang up if I wanted to do that. Lots of fun monsters. Like this guy, maybe he'll show up next season. Maybe, we don't know.
Thank you, Justin. I didn't know that there was a pull-out map in the back. Now I know that. It's been here the whole time.
It was one of the Kickstarter stretch goals. We all got a pull out
and I got my cloth map too. Anyways, Flames of Freedom, October 12th. We've had such a fun time playing it, and we're going to keep playing it. So be sure to check that out. Everyone stick around. Chat, we love you and adore you. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you're still here, we're going to raid our friends at Weave the Tale, who are playing the Alien RPG right now. So just a little different than what we're doing, but not that different. So thank you everyone for sticking around. Everybody else, see you on Thursday for Lost City of Vedronis, and see you in January for season 2 of Flames of Freedom. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye.
Oh, when I was a lad, oh, so my mother told me, way Holloway, will Holloway Joe, that if I not kiss the girls, my lips would grow all moldy. Tell me, way Holloway, will Holloway Joe. Way Holloway, will Holloway Joe. Oh, way Holloway, the good ship now is rolling. Way Holloway, will Holloway Joe. Way Holloway, we're bound for better weather. Way Holloway, will Holloway Joe. Once I was in Ireland, digging turf and taties. Way Holloway, will Holloway Joe. But now I'm on a Yankee ship, hauling on the braces.